have time to move this. But
We are back. We are live. Like every fucking time. We are live. Hey, what is up? Thank you for joining us today. My name is Ken. I will be your DM for this evening. We are joined with Ryan as Madriana, Kian as Dash, Kyle as Eldrin, Roy as Eos, Busy as Hatsu, Richard as Slate, and John as Weslyn. I got confused there because I was like, where am I on the screen? This is great. Full fucking house. Look at this. Hell yeah.
Look at us. Who would have thought? Look at us.
Look at us. Oh my god. Is that like the third time that meme has come into this campaign? Like, hell yeah. It is good to be here. We have a jam-packed session today. It is a very busy session today. So we're going to jump in. We see you, chat. Thank you so much for your kind comments and your kind words. We appreciate you. We love you, but we have to jump in because we have a lot going on today. It is going to be mumbo jumbo.
Fine. It's going to be fine, DM.
I was just saying before the session that this is one of those rare cases where I'm actually nervous playing a session, and that kind of just freaked people out. So
it'll be fine for somebody.
Yeah, one of us is gonna win. That's all. This is Hunger
It's gonna
Games,
be
right?
fine for the audience, which, let's face it, is the main reason.
Yes, they come to watch us suffer.
In the meantime, Ryan, I believe you're on recap.
Right. So, as we last saw our intrepid group, my apologies, I need to send the sound down because I forgot to do that, and I can't hear a damn thing. I hate that resets every damn time. Okay, so where we last left off, the group stood in their camp where they had set up outside of the walls of Saigo no Toshi, or Saigo no Gogo, sitting there contemplating what to do next. And Madriana felt like the boat plan wasn't going to be quite good enough to get us in. So instead, took an old tactic that she'd used before with Weslyn to get out a little bird lady. How about we do a halo jump? So, with Dash and Madriana going and checking out the walls and finding out that apparently it's impenetrable from the outside in, maybe we go from the inside out. So, a plan started to form in Madriana's mind. Meanwhile, the group all discussed about what they were going to do and what they were going to carry on with once out of this place. One of these conversations happened to be between Madriana and a certain Ecdicacy about how do we get out of here. A contract born and an agreement made. It seemed that a favor was going to be exchanged for auto out. Let's see if that works out pretty well though. Once they had certain things in place, it seemed that Weslyn was able to speak to people within inside the walls. This was going to help lead towards what would be the greatest escape of all time. Cue the music. However, once all these plans had been put in place, the idea of Dash, Vathros, who had recently contacted and got there mysteriously, as well as Eldrin and his glowing fox sitting outside. The rest would go in two groups via this halo jump that Madriana had decided to do. Once in, they would get the three groups together, while Madriana would cause a distraction in the other side of the city with the help of Dash's amazing coin. Once then, all the groups were together. Ecdicacy, aka Eos, was going to have the portal ready in the tea shop so that everyone could get out and escape. But then we were told Weslyn wasn't coming with us, instead heading towards the woods to the north. And Hatsu and the army were staying for vengeance. Will the plan pay off? Or will it go to shit like we expect it to? I guess we'll have to find out.
On the Wandering Isles. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Hell yeah. My friends, I'm not going to linger. I'm not going to wait around. What do you want to do?
I put chicken down.
You take 200 points of psychic damage.
Wait, do I actually?
I don't know. Let's see. Roll two.
Wait,
no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, you can put chicken down if you want. Okay, you guys leave chicken here. What do you guys want to do?
Is he still glowing?
Yeah, of course he is.
Okay. I just want to look around and who is around me. I've been in a daze for God only knows how long.
At the moment, you all stare upon the walls of Saigo Toshi, 401 feet away from it.
401.
Exactly 1 foot out of ballista range. Smart.
So you got to keep it that way.
But it was 404 and it wouldn't be found then.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, man. Take 3 steps back. Problem solved.
It just suddenly disappears from view. Like,
The enemies are just like, where did they go? You stand looking at the walls of Saigo Toshi, bodies thrown across it. Spikes upon it. People walking in droves back and forth, ready and waiting for anything. You stand on the line of a forest with your allies, about to split the party. Who you'll see at the end of this is not quite known. As it stands, Dash, you take the Hearthstone with you, and you take Eldrin. In the meantime, Madriana, you prepare your new harness, the Halo, to jump. You have in your hand the seal, and in your pocket you have a coin, ready for mischief and chaos, all bound in one together. Inside those walls, none of you really know what's going on. But nothing good awaits you. The goal is clear. You want to save as many people as you can, and you want to target those of them that you know, such as Lissa and Ayami. And it was most recently discovered in the last communication with Lissa that her water has indeed broke. Somewhere within these walls is the love of Dash's life,
And Lissa.
the progeny, and the perfume lady. No, I'm just kidding.
Nope.
Within these walls lays answers for people like Amadriana, who is wondering what has happened since the day you all left. For Hatsu, whose family is still missing. For Eldrin, when a familiar name was uttered amongst those missing since a bomb went off within the city. Dash, as well, condolences received. Your mentor is within these walls. Breathing or not, he may share a faith with Sister Valeth. Eos, unknowingly part of a bargain. An escape attempt. Ecdicacy, a powerful being within her mind willing to open portals to get you out of here. Weslyn, a goal to find Kaelora, to finish a bargain that was once set. A deal made with an old friend. And Slate? Let's see if he knows a little something about what's coming up. Because there's a few things in here for Slate as well. As you prepare, the clouds begin to roll in. And it begins to rain. The city before you it's going to be a long night. But one that could potentially change the future for all of you, for this city, and potentially change the world as you know it. So I ask again, what do you guys want to do?
So, Dash, you and Vathros and Aldrin are going to go to the edge of the wood line. The rest of us, we're going to sneak up to within 150 feet of the wall. I'm going to put Katsu in the seal. Weslyn, you're making yourself invisible, right?
Yes.
I shall carry you both over. Once I get back, I will take over Slate via Halo and Eos via the seal. In the meantime, Slate, you're going to make me and yourself invisible, correct?
Yes. It'll last approximately an hour, or until you break it.
Well, let's hope
I'm a
I
little
don't have to break
confused.
it.
Didn't you say last time that I should go with the chosen one?
Just to be clear, the chosen one is...
I mean, in that specific case, it's Slate.
Right.
We all have to get over the wall one way or another. Can divert once we get in.
I think
So
it'd be
we
better
drop
if you
all
go
at the same
first.
place.
The plan is to drop everyone at the tea room. That's also the collection point.
Aye.
Once the signal is released, which is more than likely going to be the shouts and uproars of all the security and guards over a bunch of animals being released within the city, you'll know when to act. You've each got your different groups you'll go into. Collect them up, get as many as you can. When you hear that alarm, get everyone back to the tea shop where Eos, as wonderful as she is, will have a portal open ready back to the Bastion. I have faith in you, Eos. I know you can do it. Don't panic.
Okay. Don't panic. Okay.
Aldrin, stop panicking. Stop panicking.
Your job, Aldrin,
Yeah.
to make sure that Dash doesn't do anything stupid.
I have to mind him.
Yes.
That won't be needed. Adriana, you know where the line is. You know what will call me in. Please don't let it come to that.
Now I have connected 3 of you mentally, but I do have a question for you. How is it that I am intending to attack Talissa from outside of these walls?
Well, I figured you had your own way of getting in and out.
I can only get in if the door is open. Detection is not a problem for me, but the path of entry is. I cannot teleport.
If it comes to it, we'll go in via the water.
I just hope it's not too late.
You and me both, friend.
Dash.
Yes.
I just lean into him. What the fuck did he get here?
Oh, you've been out of it for a while. He just arrived.
And we're...
Would you like me to penetrate your mind?
I'm not a fan of penetration.
Apologies. Would you like me to link you to the others telepathically so you may communicate with them remotely?
I just look at everybody else as if...
No, not a requirement. I'm tied to Slate and to Madriana.
Those 3 may communicate effortlessly through myself, but if you wish to be a part of that network in case things go awry, I can also add you in. I would sever this tie once the mission is complete.
Yeah, add me in. Yeah, I'm not being left behind.
He
Yeah,
places his hand on your head while you're talking, and it's cold, like freezing cold. And suddenly, whoop, and now you can hear, sorry, who was it? It was Dash, Slate,
And Adriana.
and Adriana was the other one. Right.
A little message come up saying Aldrin has joined the group chat.
And he still has notifications turned on, so it's like pinging him every time you guys send a message.
Bing, bing.
Yeah.
Why is Clippy here?
He's like Boyle, he's just sending a million messages. You're like, shut up.
Yeah.
I'm just like rubbing my forehead and like fixing my hair. I'm like, whoa. Thank you.
He's saying that in and out
That
of his
was
head.
weird.
There's like a reverb feedback kind of thing going on. Can't talk.
It's like every second word is in my head and not in my head.
Yeah.
So
Like a half
anyone
second
who's not
delay.
linked with me, yeah, anyone who's not linked with me is like, he's having a stroke. Yeah. Thank you. That was weird. Thanks.
I'm going to walk up to Adriana and I'll put her in for a hug. And then just grip her on her shoulders. Better not fucking die, but if you do, take as many as you can with you.
I mean, that's generally always the plan. I don't mind a life for a life, though. As long as I get Lissa and the baby out, I'll be fine.
Regardless how this goes, I'll be forever in your debt.
You already are. Don't forget, I haven't fought all that gold yet. Still haven't received it.
I won that bet. What are you talking about?
No, you didn't.
I got in. Never specified how.
Actually, we did, but I'm not going over that
we
again
didn't.
now. God, I hope she kicks your ass when she does find you. Right, let's go. Shush now. This is where we need to be quiet.
Pick
And
up
I'm
everyone.
gonna
Just 1 second, if you don't mind. The fox is just on the ground. Is that the situation with Chicken?
Eldrin, put him down. He's just down, yeah?
Yep, at my feet. Kind of.
Probably should deal with Chicken before we go. Just, I'm going to try just, a quick clap off just to see if that works, just to turn him off.
Like, slap the fox?
No, just like clap off,
I was like,
Okay.
I guess we're just doing this then. Roll for initiative. No, yeah, that's fine. You sort of clap to get his attention because I don't think clapper was a thing, and maybe I don't know. No, nothing happens though.
Still unconscious.
Very. Also,
And
not getting wet
still-
in the rain.
That's fine. That's normal. Still untouchable.
You can try.
I will tentatively attempt to make contact with the fox.
The closer you get, the more heat you feel.
Okay. We will try it a different way. I'm sure this will go well, just like we did last time. I will try and build a psychic connection with the fox.
Sure. You are doing it the same way as you did with like Lissa and stuff, or is this something else?
Oh, this is something else. This is a telepathic link, a warlock thing, spooky. But yes, I'm going to create a link with the fox telepathically. This doesn't require trance or anything. It's just pop in there real quick and see if I can't communicate with him that way.
You all watch as Weslyn in his mind reaches out mentally, but the ink from his flesh attempts to reach out physically. Almost in a translucent state, it eases off his flesh and moves towards the fox, but is unable to touch it. Snaps back to you and you open your eyes.
It's only one other thing I can think of trying.
We have to kill the fox.
Yeah. Probably not possible. I'm going to try and absorb the fox. Much like a wizard would absorb their familiar.
Ah. So you're going to eat it.
Yeah. With some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Nice, yeah. Yeah. Whilst chicken is your familiar, chicken is not your familiar. But if Eldrin were to try and absorb, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Don't kill Eldrin. He is not responding in that sense. If a Mage Runner were to try and absorb Albie, it might be a different effect, but chicken is transcendent of that state.
I figured. I mean, I'm kind of at ideas on that one. That's all I got. Absorb, clap off, and ask him nicely. We can't leave him like this, though. And Eldrin, I don't think you're strong enough to maintain connection with him. We need you focused.
Yeah, I don't like being out of my own mind. It makes me happy, makes me sad, makes me confused, makes me mad. I don't like it.
Hearing what
I don't know
Weslyn
if you'd
just
listen to
said,
him.
I'm going to try and this is above table. I'm going to try and send a message to Chicken. Time to wake up, our little foxy friend. The game is afoot, and we need you.
And he woke up my cat.
That's enough. Absolute cinema. It's enough.
And scene.
And if he doesn't reply, or doesn't wake up, I'm going to send him another message saying, of course it's your fault, you foxy-eared fuck.
Fox, you're an asshole!
Yeah.
As you try to send a message to Chicken, what you hear back is what starts low and becomes very loud frequency in the vein of, say, tinnitus. The best example I can give you is Supernatural, when the angels sort of speak, as it were. That loud sound to herald their coming. That starts to really mess with your head, and then when you close that connection, it stops. There's a loud frequency being sent back through Chicken. It's like the channel is open, but open to anything, if that makes sense.
Doesn't necessarily mean he didn't hear what I said. I kind of shake it off and, well, I guess we're leaving the fox here. There's not really much we can do about it now.
We really can't do that, Dave.
But if this all goes to plan, then Eldrin will be bringing Chicken through the portal back to the Bastion.
The portal will open in one space. So most likely, if you're talking about Ecdicassy's portal, if you're talking about the Hearthstone, They need
Yeah.
to have contact with chicken, so they can't leave it here on the ground 400 feet away from the place. They would have to bring it with them to the shoreline.
No, but that's the thing is, if they get the message that we've gone back, they can go back and grab him
Oh, sure. Yeah.
and then come back to the bastion.
Well, look, while you're in there, myself, Weslyn, Bathros, if you like, and working away to turn this light off.
That's all the more reason to shoot a look over at Vathros. I have one other thing I can try.
I am more than happy to make an attempt if you wish.
No, thank you. I'd request you stay as far away from him as possible. I am going to go to Dash. Dash, do you wear a blade on your hip at all? A dagger at all? Does Dash have a dagger on him?
He has two, but they're in forearm holsters.
Hidden. All right.
Yeah.
Does anybody here in the party have visible daggers?
I mean, if you're asking Dash, he'll just show you.
Yeah, he'll ask you for a blade.
Here you go.
And he will slice open the palm of his hand to bring forth some blood. It's the only thing he can think to do. Old magic is old magic, right?
Aye, but that is very old, Weslyn.
Trust me, I know.
Mm.
And I'm going to offer that to the fox.
The blood?
The blood.
You make your offering. The only thing you find is that the closer you get with the blood, the more the intensity of the glow increases. Not the distance, but the intensity.
Embrace the intensity of the light.
As you move closer and closer and closer, you feel a burn. Are you going to push through that?
Yes.
The further in you push, it becomes almost unbearable, but when you pull your hand back, you found that the wound is cauterized. Still existent, but cauterized.
Neat trick. Pick up the fox.
It burns substantially as you do. It is not an easy experience for you to hold. You feel, as someone, you don't even wear a shirt, you kind of wear a vest, and as you have the fox pressed, every inch of skin for you is burning. This is not the experience that Eldrin had.
We are different creatures, myself and Eldrin. But I gotta get this fox to turn off. And potentially wake up if that's possible. So I ain't leaving him with Vathros. That ain't happening. So anything I can do, holding the fox, giving the fox pressure, whispering in its ear, blowing on its nose, something, anything.
When you blow on its ear, it doesn't do the usual flicker that you would have expected from chicken, something you used to do playfully in moments of rest, not like in the heat of combat or whatever. This is definitely a different state than what would be expected from chicken. They're not simply asleep. They're in a state of something more. The closest terminology I can give to John the player is that they're in a coma. But what Weslyn would take that to mean, I don't know.
Cannot leave this fox with Bathros. I do not believe that either of you will be strong enough to protect it. against Vathor.
No
Just-
ill intent towards your creature.
Have we tried, Eldrin? Have you tried asking Chicken to stop the glow?
You know, I thought about it. I kind of didn't want to touch him again, though. But I can do it. Weslyn, do you want to hold him and do it, or will I hold him, or do you want to set him down?
You feel like you're strong enough to take him again?
I think maybe it's okay for you to hold him.
Up to you.
Okay. So I go up to Weslyn. How are you holding Chicken?
I'm sure it's a very uncomfortable
Kind of cradling.
cradle, because I'm sure I've singed off some hair. I'm sure I smell great, like roast chicken.
Roll for smell. Got it. Okay, so I'm gonna go up to Chicken and I'm gonna get to level with Chicken's head, and of course he's nestled kind of in a little ball. I'm just gonna take off my goggles and I'm gonna lift them up over my head, and I'm gonna kind of have them like slung on my arm. You know, they'll kind of just be on like my left arm, so they don't fall off. And I'm just gonna kind of lean my head into Chicken's and just touch my forehead off Chicken's. And I'm just gonna say to Weslyn, is there anything you want me to say specifically? Or will I just speak to Chicken?
Do whatever you feel is necessary.
I just take a moment and then just not whisper so nobody can hear, but I just gently, softly say, it's time to wake up, little friend. We need you here with us. And I kind of just leave my head pressured against his for a moment, and then I close my eyes, and I'm just in my mind, all I'm thinking is wake up, wake up, wake up. And I just maybe given that 15-20 seconds just waiting, and then I'll just slowly take my head away.
When you speak in a language that you yourself do not understand. But for a variety of reasons, Eos, Hatsu, and Slate can identify this as Seraphic. In more recent history, they call that the language of the angels, but in ancient tongue, it was actually the language of the gods. You speak low, lower than your voice register is able to generally go. The ground shakes around you and cracks. Chicken opens their eyes. The light begins to fade back inward. And then in a flash, almost like they turn into the static from a television. From an old television, kids, don't worry about it. They go back into an orange hue. Back to themselves. The burning stops, Weslyn.
I'll lock eyes with Eldrin. I think this is the first time I've actually seen him without his goggles on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be the other point. Eldrin, your eyes are mirrored in Chicken's. Chicken's glow with the same hue and intensity as yours do. Until they finally turn back to their normal hue.
Okay. As I at this point I've taken my head away and I'm standing, so Chicken is basically in Weslyn's arms and I'm standing right up to Weslyn. Weslyn being shorter than me, you could imagine I'm either on my knee kind of leaned in or I'm crouched down, and I just stand up and I'm looking down at Weslyn and Chicken, and I try to hide but I can't hide it, but I'm just so happy and I'm just like overwhelmed, like I'm so happy that that's happened, and I'm just like, yeah, hell yeah. And I just take my goggles off my left arm and I put them back on, and I kind of just like fix my hair, and I'm just like, well, I'm glad that's done.
Sometimes the easiest answer is the right answer.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Wesley gives
What's
a half nod to Eldrin. Just putting a little feather in his mind there on some things that we're gonna have to talk about at some other point. And then sets chicken down. Is chicken mobile?
Yeah, they shake off the now soaking rain, getting pretty much all of you caught in that rain shower of dog splash.
Already wet. All right, everyone,
So,
we're on the
chicken.
clock.
Let's go.
Let's do this.
As you guys do your Avengers lineup, each of you doing a different power stance, you just hear as chicken is now eating a roast chicken. Lightning streaks across the sky.
Wait, before we get into it. Hey, Weslyn, can I have my dagger back?
Do you need this?
Yes. Because I know what that voice in the sky is like. Thank you.
2 streaks of lightning.
Oh,
Go ahead.
no, sorry, I was just doing the count laugh. Give you a counting.
Oh, right, sorry. It's time. What are you guys doing?
Eos holds up her staff to lightning, thunder in the sky, and just a little bit of thaumaturgy. So anytime lightning strikes, she does a phantom sound of thunder just to... Getting excited, getting ready.
Right. Follow my path. I'll take us the quietest route up. Let's go. So I'm going to lead, and I'm going to take the 4 intended with me.
Okay.
I'm
Are you
gonna move as
walking
quickly
towards
as
the wall, or are
quietly-
you walking parallel to the wall?
Well, we got to get close enough to the wall for us to do the jump.
Okay. And how do you want to do
You
that?
said we're, what, 200 feet out from the tree line?
We're
The tree
400
line's
feet,
like
yeah.
200 feet there.
Do the jump from here.
We could, but it's less time for me. But I'm sure I can do it.
You can come back faster than you can enter.
Yeah.
Do it from here. We
Right.
plan for 200 feet. Practice 200 feet. Just double your times. You've got this.
It's still 400 feet.
I know, but we did it to scale.
Oh,
when we were
sorry.
practicing.
Just for clarification, above
The
the
gods,
table,
they mock me.
I don't see a way to give a Majorana the seal, so we're just saying we're using it.
I'll just assume
Yeah,
for a
I've
moment
got
that
it for
Amidriana
now,
has
yeah.
the things that we said she has, yeah.
Cool, that's fine.
I'll sort that out. I don't know why you guys can send things. I can send things as you, so I don't know why you guys can send things. Yeah.
Right. Hatsu, in the seal you go. Oh, and Dash, if this works right and we get back to the Bastion, don't forget to bring Ducky as well.
Of course.
Thanks, Majorana.
Before I move in, don't forget, even in the darkest hours, if you're frightened and in pain, we got this. And she moves into the seal.
I'll take the seal.
Wesley, you're in the halo.
Yes. Where am I taking him?
Who?
Hatsu.
No. I've got the seal and I've got
Oh, you got the
Hatsu.
seal.
You're going to jump in my halo here. I'm going to drop you, and as I drop you, I'll exit Hatsu from the seal. And then I'll come back and get Slate
Understood.
and Eos. So we're gonna hook Weslyn up so that he's safe and secure and can't fall out. And then I'm just gonna turn to Slate and say, if you wouldn't mind doing the honors.
I need to upcast this for 2, so I'm going to knock off another spell
No.
slot.
I'm good.
No, it's for me and Slate.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Oh, I see.
I'm doing myself and Adriana, knowing that Weslyn is going to look after himself. And before I do it, because we're at the tree line, I'm going to say to him, Adriana, you won't see me, but I'll be by this tree. And then I'm going to let rip with that. So both of us are going to go invisible.
And then I shall make my way.
You go vertically first, so as not to trigger any sight from the wall. You move up, because, like, oh, you guys are both invisible. Who gives a shit? You go whatever fucking direction you want.
I'd still go straight up, though, because I wouldn't want any, anything
Trail
showing
or-
out from the
yeah,
front
yeah.
of the... Yeah.
You fly towards the city. I would be surprised if hearts weren't pounding, if this wasn't stressful. The rain fucks with the invisibility a little bit, but not enough to cause problems. There's an absence of water in a certain space, but that's not an issue for you at the moment. You soar through the sky, and all you can hear is the rain against your wings, as it's too far away from the ground to hear it. The occasional streak of lightning, heralded only by the loud crash of thunder. Where are you going?
So the idea is to do essentially just like a big up and over. I want to come down dead center so that I'm at the furthest point from each wall, that 1, they could see me, and 2, that I could potentially get ballisted from.
Sure.
And I'm going to land by the tea house, basically in the alleyway of which Dash killed that guard.
There is an alleyway. It's not the same tea house. So there is alleyways there, though. Because what we're talking about is what was bombed was technically the Sanctuary of Fallen Blossoms, and near there are areas, and one tea house that is there, that is one of the more royal regal ones, that is quite open and available in the sense that the doors are sealed, like there's stuff there, but the area is quite open and available to land.
Is that the one where I saw, where Elby saw the willow, not the willow, but the other one go into? Is that shop?
Yeah, that's the shop.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so that's the one. Yeah, that tea house. Okay.
You hear, as you're coming down, you land kind of on the rooftop first, so you can sort of scope out what's going on under the canopy of buildings and different things that are here. There are a lot of people moving, and not a sound made. Not one gravel obstructed. Not one scuff of a shoe. They're dressed similarly to Hatsu, though not quite the same. They seem to be moving not with any direct particular purpose, but they are moving. They're searching buildings.
Does it seem like guards, or does it seem like
This is a force.
civilians, but just desks?
There is not a single person here who looks like a civilian. Nobody. This is Thrakkar's men, and there's no mistaking it, because some of them have blue Oni masks on. Some of them have scarred, melted ones. Some of them have normal ones. And some of them have just normal, sort of more like what Hatsu has, but the eyes are visible rather than what cloaks his face. From this perch, you can see at least 80 people moving in and out of buildings, weaving. And those are the ones that are allowing themselves to be seen. Proceed with caution is the understatement of this entire campaign. There's an area here where Weslyn can hide. And Hatsu as well. It's now or never. You have to go back and get the others.
I'll get them down to ground level where it is that they can hide. Lower Weslyn down quietly. Get Hatsu out, but as I eject him from the seal, I'm going to grab him as to steady him, like, don't step back, don't step into the wall, don't put your foot on the, stones or anything. And I'm just going to, hold my finger up to my mouth as if to be saying shush. And I'll just do like a sign, like, all around us.
You're invisible.
And walk in. Oh, shit, I am. Okay, well, in that case, I just whisper it very, very, very quietly to them both. I forgot I was invisible.
I do. I'm usually the other person. I never remember that you guys are invisible, and I'm like, you do this and this and this.
As Madriana does that, Hatsu would go. And he would try to blend in with the terrain.
Make a stealth check for me, please.
For a 13.
Sure.
Damn it.
So, having dropped them off, I'm going to kick my wings up and head back up. What I actually do is I'll quickly, vault, a couple of times up onto the roof and then wing spread and fly from there, so I'm not causing any, interruption where the guys are standing. Just in case.
Okay. You gently move up in the air, and then as you gain altitude, you kind of go quicker. When you're carrying someone, I think your speed is 30, but when you're not, it's 60, right? Because you're not dragging someone along.
Yeah, because I can dash. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 60 because of the dash, but yeah, I'm not dragging anyone.
At the speed that you can fly, it only takes you about 90-ish seconds to get inside the walls. I would say I'll add a minute somewhere along the way for you because you're going vertical and you're coming down and you're also kind of looking around and kind of seeing what the best spot is. And there's a little bit of additional stuff there, but it's only about 90 seconds. It's not long for you to get there because it's 450 feet or so. It's not crazy. And you're flying as the crow flies. You're not you don't have to use streets or any of that shit. So you can just go where you want and land. So it's not a super long time. And going back would be half that. So about another 45 seconds. But just to add on the time it took you to get there, maybe looking around for a safe place to land, that kind of thing, I'd say we're at about 5 minutes as you approach the group again for your second Halo collection. Yeah?
Okay. And I'll
just important
I'll communicate
to note the time.
mentally to I'll communicate mentally via Vashros to Slate, I'm 50 feet out, 20 feet, I should be at the tree line now.
Yeah.
DM, I have a question on the mechanics of that line of communication. Is it just specifically,
it's an open
say, when
channel.
Adriana is, so am I effectively, I know when she's landed, I know kind of how she's feeling at the time, that kind of thing?
Not necessarily feeling, it's more like a radio, but Madriana, Dash, Eldrin, and Slate, you guys are all hearing each other if you communicate that way. So it's not like every thought or every feeling is being transmitted. It's more like, I want to communicate this to the channel. It's an open channel in the same way that you can all hear each other right now.
Yeah, so it's not like we're hearing all the random thoughts,
no, it's not
for example,
a thought process.
Oh fuck, there's a load of guards here, kind of thing.
Yeah, oh my god, just screaming, internal terror. No, it's not abject
Dash
terror.
just turns around. They've all died already.
Yeah. Oh my god. No, it's the heartbeat. or lack thereof.
Yeah.
No, what happens is
Just
more
wanted-
that
just wanted to
you
clarify it's-
actively want to communicate, and you do. It's not like picking up on your every thought and feeling. It's more like
it's like a modified message spell, effectively.
it's just it's an open channel. Yeah, you have to speak
cool.
in it if you want to speak in it. Yeah.
Yeah, just wanted to check. Thank you.
Otherwise, it's like push to talk. If that helps, it's not like
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah,
just
perfect.
always open.
Perfect.
So I'm going to lightly take Eos's hand, and I'm going to place it on top of the seal that's in my hand, and be like, "Now we got to go, Eos. You ready?
Ooh. I think so.
Good. Zoom. You're straight in the thing." Slate. Oh fuck. Slate. And I'm like feeling around to see where he is.
Marco.
You both, because you're looking for each other, would notice the absence of rain in those areas. Think like Invisible Man, you know, when they throw the flower and you can kind of just see him moving.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. It would be more like akin to that. Like there is the absence of rain. Not a huge deal in most scenarios or situations. It's the same reason you get disadvantage on stealth, or like advantage on stealth, but not permanent stealth, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like people
In
can
this
see you and pick up on things.
Daredevil in the
That's the point.
cemetery.
Perfect
I-
example. Yeah.
I saw Eos standing
You're
a couple
touching
of feet
Slate's
away.
face like he touches Electra. Sorry,
I
go
mean,
ahead,
maybe.
Was seeing Eos effectively, you know, disappear, evaporate, whatever, a couple of feet from me, I would have a fair idea of the proximity. So just walking forward like this should be easy to make contact.
Yeah.
Slate, you might not want to grab there. Turn around.
Right, so we'll work together to work out the harness like we practiced.
And then hop, skip, and a fly.
Okay.
I'd like to, just before we take off, I want to just pick up a couple of stones, pebbles, whatever, off the ground and just securely,
Eat them.
you know, tie them up and put them away.
Yeah, no problem. As Adriana takes off for the second time, Dash and Eldrin, what are you two doing? With Ducky. I'm probably chicken. I don't know where chicken is.
And chicken.
Dash at the moment is just kind of standing, staring at where they are going to. And yeah, they might, no, they might not, but he's quite openly, like, there's tears on his face. It's kind of masked by the rain. So he's just, for the moment, just a bit almost catatonic.
That's fair.
So, I've kind of been a little bit occupied, you know, getting in touch with my inner self with chicken and stuff, and, you know, very, you know, not understanding anything other than my own brain. And even at that, it's kind of a maze. I know we're at Saigo and Toshi, but what are we doing again?
Oh, my friend, we have a lot to catch you up on. First of all, have you met Vathros?
Vathros that made me, and then I stopped talking, and then I talked through the channel and say, do this. And that's where I'm like, yeah, I met him.
Yeah, well, he's here to help us out. My baby's coming.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I could maybe
Weslyn,
try out. I don't know.
hoping it's not going to come to that. Weslyn has been able to speak to Lissa in her dreams. Her water broke recently. So,
That's very close then.
yeah. But they're all going in to get her and as many others as possible out. Athros is here as a contingency to help if that goes wrong.
Why not send him in? Let him.
Not
Do
as simple
things.
as that. Even him on his own. We're hoping to get many out. Ayame, Asuka. But then there's many missing in there. My mentor,
Yeah.
Melandor's
Oh,
sister Valeth.
who?
Thought that name would interest you. Sister Valeth.
I don't grab him to like hurt him, but I like put my hand on his chest and I'm like, how do you know this? Where is she?
That's just gestures at the city.
No. No.
And that, my friend, is why you and I are still out here. Or
What is she doing
Hatsu
here?
Nocturne. I haven't the foggiest idea. I don't know why Eleanor was here either. But these are mysteries that have to wait to get people out before we can look into this.
So you're telling me no. Whoa, no. How do you know she's in there?
Lissa told us.
How Lissa told through Weslyn's dream,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And his
Same.
dream is completely true. It's not like
It's-
this is just something he can maybe like talk to like
This is a line of communication very similar to what we have going on up here.
okay. Okay. Plan. Okay. So the plan is okay,
We wait.
they're flying in. They're
getting as many out as possible.
So we sit here and wait. What happens if we are waiting and they're dead?
We'll know if they're in trouble. At which point, Ash holds up bamboo stick. We go in. We're the backup.
Grab the stick off him and I just look at it. I just wave it as if like, is this a wand?
Whoa!
Is it
Don't
something-
give that back. Don't break it. That's
What
we
is
we
with
go in the water, and we breathe through this.
I just like kick a stone and I'm like, this is, and I like,
I'm
roll
gonna
plate
need
up and I'm
you,
like, this is amazing.
children. Mm-hmm. I need your focus here. Our priority, for better or worse, is the woman giving birth.
Yeah.
Everyone else, to some degree, can look after themselves.
Yeah. No, no. My apologies. No, yes. Sorry. I was very selfish.
okay.
No, she is. No, no. My apologies. She is very important. It's your son or daughter. Do you know what your is it?
I have no idea.
It's your child, and yeah. Okay. Look, I'm sure Sister Violet is fine. She got in there. She can get out of there. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
Possibly. Hope for the best. The plan is in motion. Everything that can be done is being done.
Okay, so sticks in water.
If it makes you feel better, there's a magical boat that's going to pass by soon that we can hang off of.
Now we're talking. Okay. you're talking about all this magic and all these things, and I've got a glowing fox and all these things going on, and I've doing all these things, and I can fly and things, all this stuff, and you were talking sticks. All you were hiding was the magic boat. Now you're talking sense.
We don't know if it's magic, but it moves by itself. Could be mechanical. Either way, we're not questioning it.
Moves on its own. It's magic. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
At this point,
are you having a panic attack?
No, I'm very clear. I'm just frustrated. I'm more clear now than I have been the last few nights, I think. And it's just now that I'm hearing and the words are sticking in my brain, it's fine. It's just all coming to me. I'm just processing. I'm just getting it out there. It's, yous have probably already told me this, and that's fine. It's just that I wasn't in my mind, and that's my fault. That's my problem. I couldn't put the fox down, and I apologize for that. I shouldn't have touched the fox. That's Weslyn's fox.
I think chicken decides those things for itself.
If chicken decides you are the one that chicken wants to play with, I suggest you make yourself happy by not touching the fox, because you are very sad when you do not touch said fox, and it's not great. And when you touch said fox, it is the most beautiful, warm, fuzzy feeling ever, and you feel like nothing can harm you, nothing can touch you. But when you don't touch the fox, everything goes away. Everything's grey. Think about Palparot, how you always describe it as this colourful place and gold and all this fancy stuff, all these things. Imagine if it was grey. Imagine the night rain washing away all the happiness.
Weslyn, I'm going to stop you there. It's probably a poor metaphor, because for the most part I imagine Palparot burning to the ground. So,
think about somewhere that you're happy.
I think I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's okay. Do you need a hug?
I don't know when I had my last hug. Would you like a hug too?
Yeah. Let's hug it out.
Okay. It just...
Is this
Bring it in
something
for
that
now.
you do often? Hugging in the rain?
Holy shit.
You know what, Vathros? Not enough.
Standing there so quiet for so long, I forgot you were here.
Not standing. You look down and he's hovering. He's like kind of levitating.
Why doesn't he whoosh, bring us in?
I cannot fly. I can just do this.
Can you teach people that? I don't know. Seems kind of cool. I don't know.
Almost anything can be taught to the person with the right amount of brain power.
And to answer your question,
so
Edwin, I believe, understanding from what Weslyn was saying, he made a promise to Alyssa to try and keep me out of the city, so that if something goes wrong, maybe get the baby out and at least one of us is alive, or something to that effect. So I am reluctantly abiding by her wishes.
Well, ideally, both of you would be out and both of you would be fine, and the child is not in a broken family.
That's the plan. So let's hope that works. I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't.
I kind of understand why I wouldn't be brought in. Like, it's not as if I've been in the greatest mindset the last while. I think the last thing was with chicken and...
Oh, you missed the whole fight in the woods, didn't you?
I remember going and running, but I felt drawn. And this is the thing. There was danger, clearly.
I died for a moment.
You
Well,
what?
almost.
Almost or died? They're two completely different things, Dash.
I'm not entirely sure. It felt like I died. Everything went black,
You died.
and then suddenly Slate was standing over me.
That could be a great thing or a really scary thing, because how did he look?
Like someone who just saved my life.
Great thing. It's not
Yeah.
like he put you there, so yeah, great thing, yeah. That's very good.
Pulse hurt.
And what about the person you were fighting? Where are they?
Evaporated into a black ichor.
Oh,
They'll be back.
oh. What?
That's all I got, I'm afraid. I don't know.
It just turned to
Used to be you'd stab something and they just stay dead. I think that's the 7th time I've seen that thing die.
I turned to
Maybe
Vatros and I'm like, can that be thought?
What?
The
Oh, yes.
stabby black ichor non-dying thing?
You want me to show it to you? Or...
No. It's
Vatros, you
Clearly
remember the
it's
creature
not.
from Mission, right?
Yeah.
You know it's still out there.
Yeah.
It's vowed to hunt me down until I return what I took.
Well, we ground that up into a paste and put it into the book. So
Yeah, I figure that's not going to happen anytime soon.
What did you take?
Bone.
yeah.
A stone?
Bone.
Bone.
Yeah.
Rather important one.
Oh, like a hip bone or femur?
Were you supposed to bring that horse? Just points back about 75 feet where Ducky's still standing.
Ducky.
Ducky just starts like trotting.
I think Eos would appreciate if we looked after Ducky. So
Yeah, Ducky's a good horse. Just pet him.
It's very opinionated.
you were the horse.
The horse.
Oh,
You can talk to the horse?
I can think to the horse.
What's the
Yeah.
horse thinking?
I shouldn't question it.
Your cologne is very strong, and you wear too much of it.
Fair enough. Thank you,
It's got
Ducky.
you there. It's got you there.
Seems to refer to you as thief a lot.
Yeah. I mean, many people go by their job titles, I guess.
Do me. What's Ducky thinking?
Doesn't seem to recognize you.
I'm like jaw on the floor. I'm like,
Should pick that up.
Have you met this horse?
multiple times. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Would
Ducky
you
is
like me to explain that to the horse?
No, but we will have words. As I like talk to the horse, I talk to Ducky straight away. I'm like, we will have words.
Have you
Somehow.
ever once interacted with this horse?
I have, yes.
Eldrin, don't get spiteful with Ducky.
No, it's fun when it was insulting you, not me. I've never done anything bad to Ducky or Eos or anybody. Have I?
I don't think so. You're a
Yeah,
Pretty-
man. Yeah.
straight shooter. Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to go smooth Ducky. I approach Ducky to smooth Ducky. Ducky.
Like kind of just juts away from you for a second in a fright because it thinks you're going to hit it.
How dare?
It's just leave Ducky be, I think. Treat Ducky like a cat. Let Ducky come to you.
Treat the horse like a cat and treat the fox
The
like...
fox is named Chicken.
You know, I don't know what they taught you about animals in that school.
You know, I don't think they did.
Yeah. So, how long do you reckon they're going to be inside for?
I don't know. We can check though. Adriana, how's it going?
On that
Oh,
note,
that's weird.
which is quite excellently timed, I shall switch over and we shall see how they're getting on.
Have I landed back in with the second group yet?
Alpha team has rejoined. Yes, you do. You land in the similar area. You just wait for some of them to walk by, and then you land down. With ease, you spot Hatsu, but like
As
because you're
we're
above.
flying in, as we start to descend, I want to, from the harness, say to Madriana, I think we checked for magical defenses, but is it possible any of these huge numbers are illusions?
I didn't check for that. I can't say I noticed anything particular. It's
It was
possible,
just the
though.
thought I had.
Keep an eye if you can. Let me know if they are. So I'm going to land down, get Slate off the harness, and then is there like a side or a back door to this tea room?
Right now it's sealed up, so there are there's furniture and all sorts of things boarding up the door, which wasn't initially here. It's just here now. There's about 4 or 5 layers of just wood and things that are blocking it.
Is there like a balcony on this building?
Not a balcony, no. No. You do see some, we'll call them guards for now. That's just easier. You see some guards come up, acknowledge the furniture, and kind of move away again. Oh, sorry. Just absolutely fucking body slammed my mic. You see the guards come up, take a look. They leave. Yeah, you kind of...
I want to see if I can see a spot essentially for Eos to hide in while Eos is waiting, rather than just leave us stood
is
in.
not invisible?
No,
Yes, I need a
but
stat
that's
check.
before I haven't got Eos out yet. That's why I'm looking for. a
Oh,
place
sorry. Gotcha. No problem. Yeah, I mean, this kind of area in the corner, there are bushes here and stuff, which is kind of what Hatsu's using to hide. It's not the most effective or brilliant spot because any movement creates an audible sort of sensory acknowledgement that there is something here. But yeah, for the moment, like for a short term, this is a good substitute depending on how Rory rolls.
Okay, well, I'm going to get Eos out, and again, just like with Hatsu, as Eos exits the seal, I'm going to grab Eos to steady her to make sure she doesn't, like, hit into anything, you know, fall over, make noise, any of that kind of jazz.
Oh, thank you. And puts her hand on chest and invisibility.
Okay.
And I'll also use sorcery points to gain back that spell slot.
Sure. Just mark those things off as you
Perfetto.
go. Yeah. So you...
So I'm going to whisper to Eos and Hatsu as they're here with me. You know what you've got to do. Off you go. And I'm going to say it to Slate in my head, which obviously Dash and Aldrin were here, just as Dash asks, what are you up to?
Mhm.
Slate, you know where you've got to go and who you've got to get. Get back here as soon as you can. Wait for the alarm to move.
Yeah. So Dash and
And then-
Eldrin, you guys also hear that kind of response, is it? Are you saying it back to them, or are you saying
Yeah,
that out loud?
no, I'm saying
Yeah.
it in the head, so yeah, they'll be able to hear it. So I'm not directly answering Dash right now, but from that, what I'm saying to Slate, that is an answer in itself.
Cool. Okay.
And then I am going to slip into the night, into the rooftops and stuff, and make my way to the other side of the, not the other side of the city, but like we'll say 10 blocks away, so that I can create this carnage, so that hopefully they can get people out.
Absolutely. So we have Madriana as part 1. We have Dash and Eldrin, I guess, as part 2. We have Hatsu and Eos as part 3. So Slate and Weslyn, you are part 4. Is that, am I understanding this correctly?
Yeah.
This can
So the
also
idea
be
was-
chopped and changed as much as you see fit. I'm just
Yeah.
confirming what I'm doing, basically.
As
Well, the
far as I
idea was-
understood, EOS is gonna stay back to open a portal, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Hatsu's meant to be going for a army, and by extension,
with Slade, right?
Lissa
Oh, it's Slate,
and
sorry, okay.
yeah, with a army which
So-
will in turn will be with Lissa and that.
So for the time being, Eos, Hatsu, Slate, and Weslyn are together because they have kind of interjecting goals, is that right?
Well, Eos is staying here at the tea house. Wesley's going to get one group, which is Calaril. I can't fucking think of the name right now.
Elora.
Clora, thank you. I know it's something like that. Wesley's going to get Clora and Clora's group, which we've already pre-established. Hatsu's going to get a army and Lissa and that with their group. And then Slate was meant to be getting, what was the third group? It was
all communicated to Lissa because she was the only one that was contacted. The idea was to tell her to make a big group, and then we changed it midway and said, actually, don't tell her about the portal. Tell her to tell the others to make 3 small groups and be ready. And we discussed the idea of someone like Ayami to be a group leader, Lissa to be a group leader, and let's say Kalora. So we divided into 3 teams, assuming that nearby the tea house, if the message and everything has been received, there should be 3 groups in proximity that we have to try and wrangle up. And when we get to them, we'll find out the lay of the land and pursue them forward. That's assuming that conversations were had between Lissa and her peers, and it spread because it had been a number of days. In the meantime, we tried to make direct contact with some of the others, which Weslyn was working on, and we ended the session. So that's kind of where we left it, that we hadn't had those fully fledged conversations, but Weslyn was continuing to try, but we didn't get much feedback from that. So that's where we're at. So as our understanding is, Lissa definitely got the message. She was told to tell the others. We attempted to contact the others directly, and that we are anticipating 3 groups amassing in and around the tea house, not all together because it would be suspicious or whatever. So we're hoping that there will be signs, signals, and that we know roughly generically where they are, but not exactly. So as we start to search, they know we're coming and we're looking out for the signs effectively.
Right.
As I understand it anyway.
yeah.
Yeah. This space where you witnessed someone going in here, and this is where Albie went in to meet the Willow and stuff, that's here. The most likely place for you to find any of the interconnecting people is here. This is the rebel hideout. That's why they're here. That's why that stairs was there. A few doors up is where the explosion went off and all of that, which is the last time they had seen. That was another section that they were hiding in, and that's where last time they had seen people like Elendor and Sister Valeth and that stuff. That's just a few doors up. I say door in the broadest sense because the door is now blown in and it's just a pile of rubble, but yeah.
Can I ask a question just for clarification?
Absolutely
when you talked about the tea house being furniture and stuff piled, is that barricaded as in visibly from the outside? You can see it's barricaded on the inside, or is it barricaded from the outside in? So people on the outside have barricaded.
Outside blocking that door.
Yeah, so they've been barricaded in, as opposed to they've barricaded themselves on the other side to stop people getting in. They are barricaded in.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. That's perfect.
So yeah, you guys need to head and get all the people together between the three of you. And like I said, I'm going to make my way to the other side of the city as quietly and stealthy as possible and get myself into a position. I want to be on a rooftop where I can essentially let the creatures out from the rooftop so they, like, you know, land on other rooftops and, like, down onto the floor and stuff and start creating a fucking mass, like, what the fuck kind of thing. Trying to draw as many soldiers' eyes and attention of people away from the other side.
I'm going to turn to the group that's there. Obviously, I'm invisible. The others are invisible and or hiding.
It's just
but
Hatsu.
I know
Hatsu's not visible. The rest of you are invisible.
But I know from Eos appearing and then disappearing almost instantly that she's close, and I know the others are in proximity, at least as far as I'm aware, to the bush, the area that we've landed. So I'm going to, you know, crouch low because I know I can't be seen, but I don't. It feels better to be, you know, making myself low and slow, and you know.
I would do the same. Even if I was invisible, I'd still have that instinct. Like you can't beat that instinct.
Exactly.
Right? So, yeah.
So instinctually, I feel like I'm being watched and I'm trying to hide. So I'm going to move closer to the general area. I'm going to have a quick look around for the patrols, etc., the ones you said that have come and walked away, and I'm going to whisper to the guys, we know who we're looking for, we're not quite sure exactly where they are. Potentially our best opportunity is, you know, now, because they don't know we're here yet. The question is, do we all try and find a way in to help Eos and our exit strategy and confirm who's already here before we branch out, or do we split immediately and leave that to Eos? And I'm asking that as an open-ended question for input. It should be fairly obvious to whoever is present.
We could try and get in.
I'd like to be inside if we could make that happen.
So do we work together, or do you need assistance?
No. How tightly packed is this furniture? Are there any gaps at all?
A few. Yeah.
That give visual inside the building?
Not inside the building, but up to the door. Sure. The door's still like closed. It's a big wooden door.
The door is closed.
It's got like these paperish windows on it that makes it kind of like you can't see through. You could see if there was like a light on or not, or if someone was moving around inside, that kind of thing. But like there's no like clear visual on the inside of that space right now.
If a hole was punched in one of those papers, would that give me vision inside?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't think I have anything that actually would do that. I do. Okay. Bear with me.
Just walk up and just poke the paper. It's paper.
Fireball.
I've got nothing.
Yeah.
I've got nothing for this.
How do I get through
Hatsu
wet
takes
paper? It's raining.
Hatsu
God
takes
damn
a
it.
small scissors out of his pocket.
That's just too easy. Scissors, no. I don't have any of those. But the furniture is in front of the door, right?
Yeah.
So but we can see the paper windows from
Sort of,
this side of the furniture.
Not super clearly. It's just like through a perfect alignment of furniture. You can see it. Yeah.
Just need to be able to see in there. Is really what I'm saying.
You might be able to navigate. Like you're pretty small. Like you're the size of a 9-year-old, so like you can climb through.
Did you say it's dark? You said you could see if light was on. Is there lights on?
There's no light on. No. I was just using that as a reference, but there's no light on inside.
Given that we're, you know, whispering and we're right beside the edges of the building, I'm gonna again have a quick look around and whisper about the darkness and say, Hatsu, darkness, does that mean you're up?
What do you mean?
You can get inside, probably easier than the rest of us.
Hi. So Hatsu would focus onto a point inside.
You need to be able to see it, or no?
I'm just checking. 1 sec.
Because if so, we're back to Weslyn's finger hole idea. Yeah.
That you can see, yeah.
Okay.
How far away is the window in in relation to the barricade stuff? Like how much depth of barricade?
There's about 4 or 5 layers of like chairs and wood and different things. Like it's not perfectly put up, like it's not glued in, but it's like, yeah.
If he would see like a direct line, if he would stay in front of the barricade, could he like super silently get his sword out and poke through?
Oh no, it's like definitely you're talking about 15 feet. Like it's not like there's as in levels.
Okay.
Like it's I should have used feet. I'm sorry, that was confusing.
He would get out.
In my head, I'm in map building mode still.
He would get out his blowgun.
Oh, cool.
And super silently, he would go like,
okay.
And he would make like a hole through the paper.
Well, let's see. Roll for an attack. It's a particular shot.
Watching Hatsu do this, I'm going to say
15 darts later.
I'm going to say everybody, stay frosty, stay safe. This doesn't feel right, but we've got to do what we've got to do. This could be a trap, so good all of us.
I like the frost. It's nice.
Sorry, for some weird reason, the blowgun is not.
Might be in your backpack.
Checking. Oh.
In the meantime, while he's...
go on.
Yeah.
No, it's just like last time the backpack was in the rift satchel, but now it's gone again.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. I don't know, like, Foundry might not behave well with containers in containers. I don't know. Weslyn, it's still small enough, I suppose, that you could probably, of all people, navigate through it, if you wanted to.
I think I will. Just so I can get close enough to that door. And see if I can't get a look inside through the paper, through a hole,
As you go to sort of climb over a piece of furniture, your hand just goes through it.
Well, just gonna kind of see if I can slide further into the area.
No problem.
Would you like
It's an illusion.
a small knife?
Eos wouldn't know what Weslyn is doing because you're all invisible. But
that's my bad.
Good of you to offer. Hatsu's the only perplexed person you guys can assist right now.
I will.
And he's rummaging through his bag.
I will establish a psionic connection with Hatsu.
Sure.
Which will last a minute. Very sorry, Hatsu. Should have asked, but I'm sure you understand. I'm not asking you for this. I'll sever it if you want. But this isn't real. Just step on through.
Hatsu would sword stepping on through.
No problem. Yeah, just touching the ground.
He would look through the hole in the paper.
Okay, you're gonna step through and poke a hole in the paper? No problem.
Yeah.
As you put your finger through to poke a hole in the paper, your hand goes through. There's no hole in the paper.
He would look inside. What would you see?
There's no hole in the paper. So your hand goes through it, you pull it back. There's no hole in the paper.
So he goes through.
No problem. We're standing inside the tea house.
Well,
I'll follow.
No problem. Hatsu and Weslyn, you were standing inside the tea house.
what would you see inside
Eos
the
and
tea house?
Slate, you can stay in the rain, fuckers. What does he see in the tea house? A defunct, destroyed tea house. Like, it's beautiful, it's marble, it's stunning, but like the plants are wilting, the furniture has been long destroyed, any remnants from behind the counter gone. Like, the place looks like it was more or less raided.
Would he see any indication that somebody would be there? Like he knows there's like a bathroom section in the back and stuff. He would silently check out if there's any remnants of like an indication that people have been there, like for shelter and stuff.
Go for investigation. Are you communicating this to Weslyn, or are you just doing this?
Yep. What hand signs, kind of.
Sure.
I'm not sure how to get a hold of the other two, but I want to send out a. I mean, knowing that this is an illusion, I can see through the illusion now, right?
Not necessarily. Like, technically in D&D, yes, but in this sense, it's a very strong illusion. So you're kind of walking back and forth through it. It's more like using no clip in a video game, if that makes sense.
Love it. I will have to learn how to do this. Well, then I will need to poke my head out through the illusion so I can see a spot, so I can put briefly an orange pebble
Okay.
in front of the two of them. Just a quick flash of color.
Okay, you both see an orange pebble.
And then closer to the...
You see the orange
Closer to
pebble
the thing.
moving.
and closer to the thing, and then it's gone, closer to the thing. So I can't see them, so I can't contact them, but at least I'm only going to do this once, because I don't want to, like, create
You don't want to, like, have a power, like, I don't let go.
Yep. But leading towards the... And then have that pebble slide through.
You notice that the pebble slides through the furniture, but, like, it doesn't seem to impact any of the furniture, just moves in through the furniture.
Eos, standing like a crab.
Okay, you immediately bump into Weslyn. Just, like, you can't get up because you're on your back. Slate,
Look where you're going.
I'm going to stay outside and just move to a window. I'm poised to do something else. I'm simply watching and listening within eyesight, earshot of what's happening inside. Mm-hmm. And then I'm waiting to do something else. So I haven't left, but I'm the equivalent of, like, at the door with my hat and jacket saying goodbye. I'm ready to go, so but I'm waiting for something.
Are you inside the building or are you outside the building?
I'm standing in the barricades, so I'm technically outside the building against the wall, seeing that the stone went into them. I'll step into the barricade illusion.
But you don't cross the door threshold. Okay.
Correct. So I'm outside the building, but I can see and hear inside, but I am outside.
No problem. Hatsu, let's start with your investigation. While Weslyn has been retrieving Eos and Slate, we'll start with your investigation.
Oh, fuck. It's a 2.
A 2. Hatsu, you go into the bathrooms and they smell great. That's pretty much all you gleaned from that.
Must have been somebody with extra luck on their deal. He would, like, turn around into the room silently smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And just towards the direction of the door, he would just sign, like... Like, as an indication, like, nobody around.
Do you think they would have a secret door or a other illusionary wall or?
You asking me or Hatsu? I'm assuming you're asking Hatsu.
Hatsu.
Yeah.
Would you remember? I can't.
It's not even a secret. There's a door behind the cash register that leads out the back. Yeah, sure.
He would kind of make him follow. And he would
if
show
you're
him.
inside, you would see that. Weslyn, you would see that as well. Slate outside, you don't see that.
Confirmed.
As you head into the back room, there's some broken tables and furniture in here. And at the back wall is a big bookcase. On the ground is like a torn carpet, and like there's just the place again looks like it was raided, but not recently. Like it's just looks like at some point this place got broken up.
Well, it looks going to be deceiving. And we've already established that these people are using powerful illusion. So is this actual remnant of a raid, or is this a really good disguise?
You can interact with like little bits of furniture. This is real. Like there's nothing that like is illusory so far at this place that stands out to you anyway. Not if you're just interacting with like furniture or whatever. Obviously the front door and the barricade is illusory, but that's it.
You would start arranging the books in a pleasing way to her.
Sure.
Old habits.
Yep, no worries. You guys watch as books fly into a different order, and you can probably assume it's Eos.
You would hear Hatsu going like super whispery, Ayame.
There's no response.
You guys sure they've been waiting here?
This is the rendezvous point.
The only one of you with an open tunnel to Madriana's outside, and you can't see him.
So I guess we wait, right?
No, we have to bring others here. If they aren't here, then they're staged elsewhere. The doors behind the bookshelves, or under the carpet, or along the walls.
Not that I know of.
Weslyn will begin casting Detect Magic as a ritual.
That's concentration, right? No.
It is. It will
Is
break
it?
his invisibility.
Okay, Weslyn, you appear. You appear slowly as you cast it, because your concentration doesn't immediately flip. Obviously, you're casting a ritual spell. It takes a minute to build up to it, so let's roll with that. Yeah, you start to cast Detect Magic. Slate, what are you doing, pal?
As I wait, like I said, I'm anxious to go. I'm keeping an eye on the courtyard. I'm not hearing anything from inside. There's no signs of struggle, battle, screaming, anything like that. But
No, my
I also
killers are
haven't-
excellent. Yeah.
I also haven't had anyone come out and be like thumbs up. So after, the appropriate amount of wondering, like when you ring a doorbell and after a while you go, did I really ring that? I'm going to start making my way inside. I'm going to be as silent as I can, and I'd like to effectively investigate as I go in, not really knowing what's inside and knowing that the others haven't come back. I assume that this is one of two things, knowing before we came in. It's either some kind of secret hideout rendezvous or a trap. So either way, there should be something out of the ordinary or something not right. So I'm looking for anything that doesn't fit, and I'm aware that the illusion in my head for now doesn't quite make sense, because like I said, so
It's so funny to me that like the way you guys have done this is just really funny to me, but the most inept, like the person who would be best at this by a mile is sitting outside the wall. Like, cause Dash just has an innate ability to do this.
Yeah, I want to basically try and go in quietly, working my way from the front all the way to the back, and trying to take in my surroundings and try and see if anything doesn't add up, or anything, spider senses, anything goes off, or anything catches my eye that's not right, or leads me to understand more about what's going on.
Get an investigation check for me, please.
So that's a 12.
You didn't know something about that, no? You
Didn't want to risk invisibility.
I don't think that's concentration, is it?
No, it's not.
So technically it doesn't risk invisibility, I think. I think it's only concentration spells that would work it.
It is, yeah, but Slate doesn't want to currently mess with anything.
You're good. I think it's more that Richard doesn't want to overuse this and have the DM upset. That's okay. You use what you got to use, pal. All right.
In that case, I know a little something
You
about it.
you can confirm that it's not in the main room, and there's nothing in the bathroom. And on your way into the back room, you trip over Weslyn, who's just in the midst of reappearing, and then you kind of get distracted and lose yourself in that. So, if there's anything hidden, it has to be in this room.
So I'm going to pass that on to the guys and say, look, ultimately, nothing bad has gone on. Time is of the essence. You know, Adriana is about to spring the distraction. Who knows what will happen? We all have things to do. I'm going to leave you guys here, and I'm going to start seeing what I can find nearby. I'm going to look for Lissa and any of the others. Anyone I find who's not on my list, I'll direct them here. In the room that we're in, is there only one way in? Is it via the front all the way through? Or now that we're at the back, is there in fact a back door or another way that we could open for people to come in just before I leave?
You are quite surprised that there is no service entrance here, because this is an establishment that serves food and drink. So where is the food and drink?
So I'm going to pass that on, but I'm not going to solve it for them. So I'm just going to say to the guys, there's something in here that's not right. I've checked everywhere up to here. The illusionary barricade doesn't make sense. The room doesn't make sense. I know what Weslyn is doing because I've seen him do it. So I'm going to say, this could be something, but I'll leave this, guys, to you. I'll be back. If it all goes pear-shaped, you'll hear the horn, for those of you who aren't connected. And then I'm going to...
Oh, wow. Forgot about that.
Yeah. So I'm going to make my way out the front, around the building, and just start moving very slowly, methodically, and stealthily away. That's it.
No problem. Then I will come back to you in appropriate time. Is there anything else that the three of you want to do here before I switch over to another group to see what's going on?
Eos just fixes the carpet and takes a seat.
Okay.
Cast a spell.
Okay.
And Hatsu would look out for hidden doors, like hidden cellar doors or something like that.
Okay. So like you're going to move the carpet around and that kind of stuff. Eos, you fix the carpet and Hatsu just... There's nothing under it, and a big pile of like soot just goes like from the dust and stuff.
I mean, technically, he can't see Eos, so he
doesn't
sees
even know.
just the carpet is moving.
Just see
And
puffs of dust.
And he
Just
moves
see her
it
from the
back,
dust, yeah.
and he just moves it back, and he just whispers, "Focus."
I put the fiction before the fantasy. Do you see the books?
He kind of follows towards where he hears the voice,
Yeah,
and he grabs with like dedication and command, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And he looks in that very direction, and he goes like from the slit of his mask, you would see like a reddish glow.
Yeah.
And he would say, "Eos, focus."
Okay.
This is about lives. This is not a game.
Okay.
And he would try to pick up on what Slate said, and he's looking for a place where they would hide, because it doesn't make sense that there's no storage room whatsoever and stuff like that.
No problem. I'll give you one more check on this. You know, I have a policy usually of 2. I'll go for 3 because this is a separate thing based on information that Slate has provided. So I will, I'll give you guys the 3rd check on this. Yeah. I will give it to Hatsu because, yeah.
Yeah, for net 1.
Oh,
I guess,
shit.
yeah. Nice.
Do you have
net 1 for a
inspiration?
total of 0. I'm not using my inspiration on this. This is gonna be a long scene, so
No problem.
it is what it is.
It is what it is. No worries. No, you have no understanding of what's going on in this room. You don't find anything that stands out to you. You even start moving the books and stuff to see if there's secret levers or pulley systems or anything that could be things. You take off paintings off the wall that are already torn and ripped. There's nothing. There's nothing here. This place, for all intents and purposes, is vacant, which doesn't line up with what Madriana, I believe, Ryan, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong here. I'm not sure. You expressed what, I almost said Ducky, what Albie had seen. You told the group about that, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
They know about the stairwell behind the counter.
Yeah. Okay. So there is an awareness by all of you that there is a stairwell here, but where it is seemingly lost on you guys at the moment. What I'll do is, in a second, we're going to just take a little break, and we're going to come back, and I'm going to join a different group. I might go to... I'll go to Dash and Eldrin first, because I think they'll be a little bit quick. And then we'll go to... I think probably Madriana, then Slate, and we'll just kind of work through it in a sort of cycle, I suppose. And go from there. Sound good? Hell yeah.
Nice.
In that case, we shall take a break.
Sounds good.
We'll take roughly 10 minutes. We'll try to be quicker if we can, because then we can fit a little bit more into the session. But we'll try and at most 10 minutes, okay? Cool.
BRB.
BRB. And we are back. That was a much needed break. Bladder is empty and ready for a refill. Let's kick straight into it. So while our group figure everything out, we will rejoin Dash and Eldrin, I think I said. Is that right? Let's do that. Dash, Eldrin, you guys are on the shoreline. You've heard of Madriana's message declaring that, like, it's time to kick things off and that she's leaving and whatever. And you are now still on the shoreline. What would you like to do?
I hate waiting.
Yeah.
I'm just feel like I need to do something,
It's- Tell me something about yourself you haven't already shared.
about myself. I mean, for the most part, I've been quite an open book with you.
See, it'll take time. Gotta
my
spend
accent.
time.
My accent's bullshit, you know, the one I put on. But you probably know that already.
Yeah. It's kind of like a thing where, you know, at some points it's like you have to do it when you're around certain people. It's kind of like, you know, when I was at the guard, it was very, you know, I spoke, you know, chest out, and I spoke with authority, and I always often said to people like, halt, stop, you know, and like, I don't
Who
talk
goes
like
there?
that, right?
Must have been the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, those kind of things.
Yeah, exactly. Like, stop, criminal scum. You know, I'd like say these things and
Really call
you
them
know,
scum?
Only if I actually seen them do things, but
You know, another timeline, that would have been me. I technically am a criminal.
yeah.
I've stolen many things, Eldrin.
See, like I'm not a criminal, but in Bricks Under, if they seen all this and things, they'd treat me like a criminal. So it's kind of the same. So
That's
enemy in
true.
the ranks. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, generally speaking, I technically was the enemy in the ranks because no one ever, well, it came close a few times, but no one ever really caught me. I guess they just weren't looking right. DM, at this point, I want to try and pickpocket Eldrin just for the hell of it.
Oh, sure. Make a sleight of hand check. Oh, just 20. Yeah, what do
That
you,
is
what do
a
you
dirty
want?
20.
What do you want?
Just something small from his pockets.
Yeah, but like, is he that good? Do I see? Surely,
You
if
don't
he's
have a 20
standing
in
right
passive
in front
perception,
of me,
or you'd be like, I assume you guys are kind of just chilling, leaning against something on the shoreline now, and just kind of,
Yeah, just talking face to face. It's literally like, you know how the party pickpockets do it, where they'll take a tie off of someone and then hand it back to them. I'm effectively kind of trying to do that just to show him,
yeah.
see, I'm pretty good.
He doesn't have super much, so it would probably be his holy symbol, because everything else is actually in his backpack, because Kyle sorts his inventory
do you want-
very well.
That'll be perfect.
Cool.
So, yeah, they just never really saw it coming. For example, you want this back?
just reach out and take it off him. And as I'm like, have it. How are you holding it? How are you? Where is it? Describe it to me.
Does your holy symbol, does it hang off a chain by any chance?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly that, just the chain.
Are you holding it close to you, further out, a complete arm's length? Paint me a picture, my man.
So basically, it comes out of the pocket, and he's holding it down by his side. And as he says it to you, it's like literally as Kian is doing it here, just like that.
Cool. I reach up, and my hand is right in front of it, and I just lean slightly forward, and I slap you in the face, very gently. I just slap you in the face, as in like a slapstick kind of thing, and I go, "Don't do that." And I grab my symbol. I say, "Obviously, you're good. Don't rob my holy symbol."
Never would. I mean, as evidenced, I could have at any stage. I haven't.
I'm surprised you didn't burn. As I just kind of like rub it onto my chest and put it back in my pocket.
Why would I burn?
Because you're not a holy man, Dash Hydeman.
You don't know that.
What do you think? And I just stare at Vatros.
I think that was very skillfully done.
Thank you. I have been practicing my slaps, but do you think he's holy?
I've known Dash long enough to know that the things he puts his faith in are not religion and not luck.
Not holy. I like this one. Weirdly.
Yeah. He has that effect on you after a while. Funny enough, I did not trust you at all the first time we met Vathros.
Even though I talked like you at the time.
Because
that's
you talked
weird.
like me at the time.
Yeah.
I know better than to trust people who talk like me, because generally they're up to something.
Just imagine.
Could you both
Slate
just move
and him.
slightly over here?
Where?
Why?
People on the wall are investigating this area, and I would not like us to be detected.
Well,
So,
I'm not sure how to move the horse behind this rock. I could ask him.
Ducky.
mind. Tell it.
maybe we should keep Ducky
You should-
hidden behind the trees.
As Dash
You
says,
should think the horse
you look around, all the
behind-
trees are gone. There's like, they've been burned pretty far back. But as you bring Ducky, as you say here, Ducky just responds to you, Dash, no problem.
So I'll just kind of lead Ducky. Is the rock that Vathros mentioned big enough to hide Ducky behind?
Sure.
Yeah, go. I'll just kind of park Ducky there. Beep, beep.
Chicken
assume there's
just
a parking
shifts over
mechanism to
like
Ducky.
3 or 4 feet and then sits down again. Yeah, Ducky has a parking and spinning rims.
Nice.
Yeah, there's like a moment, and then all of a sudden a large light kind of moves across, and you realize they have something of a spotlight or a searchlight. It moves across the area and stays for a little bit, shining on each of the rocks and stuff, and then eventually goes off and disappears again.
That seems new.
Very
Did they-
invasive to our hiding strategy.
Probably the point. DM, did we note this during our stakeout over the last week or so?
Not especially, but it may not have been used. It's something that could be turned off and on, and in that sense may not be a priority. This would be something that Saigo and Toshi would just have generally had, though.
Fair enough. Do we get any other sense of alertness or that something going wrong?
No, but Vathros doesn't seem worried. Oh, excuse me. Vathros doesn't seem worried about it, so.
Sorry, everything has me on edge.
Think about this, right? Slate and Vathros, right? Love child. Slate can look like you, he can sound like you. Boom. Dash 2.0. Who needs a kid?
Oh, I can also look like him, and his form just changes all of a sudden to look like Dash.
Oh, that's haunting.
Yes, but it's only in your
Cool,
minds.
but haunting. Wait. So what do you look like to everybody else?
My normal self, and he just goes back to looking like the purple skin and the tendrils on his face.
Cool. So that happened, but didn't happen. Okay, cool.
Pathros, I have a maybe somewhat of a personal question. You can decline to answer. You had a interesting reaction when the name Kaelora was mentioned.
Yeah.
Why?
She is sort of a Malefica.
Sort of.
It's not my story to tell. But I don't like her power.
Just hers? What about, say, Remington?
I don't trust any of them. Doesn't matter how far in the bloodline you go back.
Who do you
you-
trust?
Let me give you context. How long did it feel like you were in that book, Eldrin?
Yeah. Well, yeah, way too long.
I did that for
I
1,000
lived
years.
many. Yeah, I live like felt like 1,000 years, or actually.
No,
You were
actually.
Actually. Oh, it's 1,000.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That
Like a million years?
yeah.
Also,
I felt like I lived that multiple lifetimes in that book, and that like, damn. Okay, I get it why you're not so full of conversation. You've probably said every word there ever is. Okay.
And that's also why you wanted the book destroyed. That's a punishment worse than death.
I understand the sentiment of why it was made. I had a hand in making it. But that was a mistake that I will not make again. Thankfully, that book
Must
is
ask-
long gone.
Must ask as well, Vathros. If I understand correctly, your initial desire was for us to destroy the book with you in it.
Yes.
You still wish for yourself to be destroyed?
I thought only Maleficans held the key. I was not aware of another power that could open that door.
You fear the
Oh.
power?
Hear the book?
You want to die? Am I picking up what you're putting down?
Any subsequent seal made with the same power has a unique effect of being interconnected. So I didn't just see the visions of myself and that I had to go through, but anyone who was put in a seal since, which primarily has been those who are dying and had no cure, and those who would be criminals and psychopaths. And running through their minds for a long, long time is not something that I found very enjoyable.
So, for example, the pickup we made in Ashrest, whilst you were still in the book, you were able to read their thoughts, see them.
Remind the DM what you're talking about.
The bird lady picked her up in Ashrest.
Oh, her?
Right before we left Vathros out of the book.
Oh, she and I got to know each other very well.
We released her. Saved her, rather. With the seals, so they have their uses, but proceed with caution, I guess.
The issue is that that connection is not severed.
In Bill?
Sorry, I'm trying to remove cat fur from my mouth.
Tentacles, I get it.
Yeah. The issue is that if you think of my ability as a frequency, the seal was built on that same frequency, and all roads lead back home. This was originally so that I could use my ability or my gift to help people, to try and give them a better time there. Almost like autopilot, but the internal panic when I realized that autopilot isn't a thing here.
I mean, it
was
was literally a boat
automated.
with autopilot going to pass us, so it's fine.
It was, yeah, oh yeah, perfect. It is a thing here. What am I talking about? Thank you. Panic averted. It means that, like it or not, there's a connection. Not so that I can be invasive with it or to use that in any negative sense. It is just... It has given me insight, though. Your visions that were provided to you in the book are because the book is aware of many, many, many connections. Because multiple people have been within other versions of the seal. Most people who end up in Scorchwood, for example. Which is why I'm so confident we can find your father, Dash.
Can you connect to him now?
Possibly, but he wouldn't believe me to be anything more than a figment of the book. He is very aware of his imprisonment.
Meaning, has been in a seal. Slate's family. They've been in a seal.
Not all of them.
Which of them?
His daughter.
He lives?
If you call that living.
Still trapped?
No.
Scorchwood?
Likely.
Should tell him that once this mission's over.
Wait, I have a question. So, you mentioned that this connection is never severed, and anybody that's been in a seal, you would know that, right?
Sure.
There's somebody in Saigo Toshi. Her name is Sister Violet. Do you know if she... How did she... Do you know how she got here? Was it a seal or...
That I'm aware of.
Okay.
I would not like to search her out. I prefer to not do these things without the consent of a host.
I understand. Sorry, just talking about it made me think. Okay.
Adriana, Slate, still good?
I will switch over to Adriana, but Richard, I would ask that you try and hold on to that thought as well, because when I come to you, that'll be the point that you're picking up as well. We're going to do some timey-wimey stuff. So I'll start with Adriana responding to this question and seeing what she's doing, and then I'll flip back to Slate, who will then respond to that question, and we'll see what he's doing. Sound good? I'm going to say
I had intended when I went out of the building that I was in to relay something, so you can tell me when I left the others and said, look, I've got something to do, you deal with this, and I went out and made my way.
Sure.
It was my intention then to say something on the
all of
thing,
this,
so you can
like
let me
the
know.
end of every sort of sequence is kind of, it's not just rolling into the next one at the moment, they're kind of happening simultaneously. So when I come back to you, we'll do all of that, but just roll that in together.
Yeah.
But what I'll do then is I'll start with Adriana.
So like I said, I'm going like 10 blocks away, rooftop to rooftop, but stealthily, quietly, making sure to make no noise as much as possible. And I want to get to
You're
a place
still
where...
invisible. Who made you invisible? Was it Weslyn?
Yeah.
Oh, Slate. did.
Slate.
Okay.
From my calculations of time, I've still got about 45 minutes on this.
Yeah, you're good for time. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna move across.
I would say even more. I would say about 50 minutes, because you weren't like, right now you've been on pause, but this is where they're basically just finding out that it's a hologram and going through it, or where like Dash and Eldrin are still walking up with Ducky and just about to get there, and they're in conversation and stuff. Like you're back. So like, yeah, like you're at that kind of 10-minute mark, I would say, by the time you've gotten back, got us settled, left them in and everything. Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, making my way across to like a rooftop or something that I can use. I want a rooftop that can't be seen from the walls. So like if there's like, say, a rooftop and then like a lower balcony, I'll be on the lower balcony so I can't be seen from the wall regardless. But then I'm going to keep an eye on the streets and stuff, and I'm going to try and like clock people as they come and go, seeing if they're actually really there, or as Slate suggested, they could be like illusionary or something like that as well. And I'm trying to look for a spot where I can use this coin where it will cause the most annoyance / noise / distraction as possible.
Main Street is where the prison is, and if you have a few choices here, okay? I would probably, just for the sake of brevity, put 3 down on your plate. 2 of which are controlled, so like you steer the herd almost, if that makes sense. Where you either send it down towards the docks, causing as much havoc and chaos as possible, which leads away from where you were going. Or the other is, because one is behind you where you came from, you probably don't want to send them that way, since that would probably draw attention straight to the door where you're going. So I'm assuming you're not doing that. So the last path then is towards what would be the main gate of the city. This has a lot of guards because of the people on the wall and stuff, but it may cause a lot of pandemonium too. This makes it harder for you to steer this. This goes past places like Hatsu's home and stuff like that. That goes through the residential, as opposed to down by the docks and stuff, which is kind of more business oriented. This is going to cause destruction. You know that, so it's on what level you care about that is entirely up to Adriana. So but those would be the technically 3 paths, but the 2, because you have the dock and you have the main gate, or you can head back where they came from. But like you said, that's not really an option. So it's those would be the main path.
Yeah. I think in this situation, sending them past Hatsu's place would probably be the best option. Because that's, again, as you said, that's like the furthest away from where we are. Plus, it's a case of it will seem more natural and not avoidance of stuff if it's in a place where you wouldn't generally, nobody would generally do this. Like, I'm going for the natural kind of, oh, this just happened kind of thing, rather than, so that's the way I'm going to send them.
Yeah.
And essentially, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find this spot, I'm going to keep an eye, I'm going to watch, I'm going to scout while I'm doing this, and I'm going to give them about 15, 20 minutes. And basically, I'm going to get myself to the point where I've got about half hour of the invisibility left, and I'm going to then do this. Of which that point, they've had half hour to get people together, to get them ready to go, so that as soon as this noise and this carnage happens, that they know to move.
You see people wandering by, but never really making sounds, as you sit on a rooftop and you just wait for time to pass. Every so often, someone passes who I don't know what the word would be, who draws attention. But someone walks past wearing sort of high heels. And for some reason that pricks up your ears, because you haven't heard a single fucking footstep since you got here. Like, that's strange. And so someone is walking with like 2 or 3 people. They are talking to them, and these are Thrakgar's people that they're talking to. And you pick up on the conversation because your passive perception is fucking ridiculous. I feel like you're just sitting on the edge of a roof, kind of swinging your legs Deadpool style. You're just waiting for something to happen. So it's like, this is just passing some time. But you get the gist of the conversation is that they are desperately trying to find out where Thrakgar is. And then the voice sort of locks in for you as something recognizable. And then you realize the outfit, the disguise, whatever they're doing, all of it clicks to being Warby Jane. And as you look down, you see that she's not wearing a guise of like any of the Sakura Gakkai. She's not wearing even a disguise in the sense of just not looking like herself. She looks like her natural self, which isn't the most frequent thing that you would see. She is wearing a long kind of coat and a crimson sort of corset. She has a mask on her side, a golden mask. She has like boots on and stuff, and silver hair akin to yours. She has a scar down the side of her face, which is a remnant from a longer time, and she wears only a glove on one hand, her other hand exposed, and her nails kind of sharp. You haven't seen her really take this kind of appearance in a long time. She has shown herself to you in moments of trust, but she hasn't been known to walk around like this.
Like she's free for change.
More or less. Yeah. The boots themselves
she's got
are
2 people with her.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like 4 people. I think it's a few, but it's like 4 people that are with her.
Okay.
She has boots on that are like kind of almost old worn leather boots, but they have these heels at the bottom, and that's the sound that you're hearing as you watch her walk through the street. Mostly she just seems very interested in where Thrakgar is, and they don't want to tell her. They're barely responding to her, and if they are, it's in very low speak, whereas she's being kind of obnoxiously loud.
Does she know I'm here? There's a moment there where she thinks about taking out the small group and then questioning her. Like she even gets like one step up on the edge of this little veranda thing to like leap off, but then thinks better of it. No, I need to stay on course. now's not the time to do something stupid. And then I hear, I'm guessing, Dash, and I'm ready and waiting. I'm hoping to get that the others have got enough time. If I leave it too much longer, though, it's going to be a problem.
It's an
Also,
open channel.
Seems
So
like Fratgar is missing.
sorry,
Sorry.
it's an open channel. So to be clear, it's not just direct to Dash if you're using the Vathros channel. It's
No,
anyone
it's
using that.
not.
Okay, perfect. So
I'm replying to him because he spoke.
So it's Slate, Eldrin, Dash, and yourself. Yeah. I have to keep reminding myself. No worries. So you watch as they continue to walk up towards the town sort of square, circle-y area. It's kind of it's actually technically a triangle. And it has like the prison on it and stuff. You've been here before. This is where the start of the parade was and stuff like that way back.
Yeah.
You watch them sort of keep walking and talking, and she's still trying to find out where Thrakgar is. Right. In that, I will switch over to Slate. And Slate, you're picking up on the first message first, I'd say. Just kind of getting a message from Dash, just checking in on both of you, and you wanted to send something as well. So, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to say tea house empty, no sign of the others. I think they're hidden inside. I'm moving on, continuing with mission. Amadriana, hold if you can for now.
Okay, so Madriana, Dash, Eldrin, I'll bring you guys in for a sec. So you're all interconnected and all hearing this at the same time, as is Vathros, but he is the hub, so.
I can hold, but we don't want to be in here too long. Did they not check the stairs underneath, behind the bar?
There's 3 of them in the one room at the back. I told them something was off about the room. They needed to search it. I left them to do that.
Okay.
Do we have a location on Lissa?
Not yet. She may be there. We're waiting for them to let us know. In the meantime, I'm moving to see any signs of anyone, Lissa or otherwise, in the vicinity.
Okay, keep us posted. We're by the shoreline in case we need to make entry.
Well, what I'll say is then at this point, Madriana, you're kind of watching Warby move past, and then that's when you send that message back. So you're just saying, like, you kind of have to move, but like Slate, it blends in with what Slate was saying anyway. So you're conscious of the time, basically, of what's happening. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Dash, seeing as we haven't located Lissa, as time goes on, it might be worth asking Vathros to reach out to her specifically if she can give a sign, whatever that may be, to her location. I'm sure she'll think of something.
Is that within your possibilities without contact, Vathros?
He looks almost kind of hesitant for a moment. He thinks about it, and then he just simply says, I don't feel comfortable reaching out to her, mind. Unless she approves me first.
Fair enough. See how you get on in the next 15, 20. Port back.
If we get past 20 minutes, I'm going to have to do this. They need to get moving.
So where I am, I've come out, gone round the side away from the main courtyard, and I'm proceeding towards the back or the side away from that location. We know we passed on the idea of people being ready, so I'm looking for anything that would show me where to go, whether it's all the lights off and one light on, whether it's like, you know, the equivalent of the Red Rebel, you know, rag is hanging on, you know, like breadcrumbing, or, you know, a tag on a door, anything that would lead me to believe this is somewhere I should stop on my way. I'm also scanning for people who stand out by blending in, which is something I was a specialist at. So I'm looking for potentially rebels who are disguised as guards, and I'm looking for somebody trying to imitate somebody else, because I'm an expert in judging people's, like, as the actor feat gives me, I can judge, you know, their gait, their voice, all of this kind of stuff. I'm looking for somebody who's out of step, out of rhythm, somebody like someone who tries to forge someone else's handwriting. There's telltale signs. So I'm just looking casually as I see guards or as I see people in the distance, anybody who's, to my mind in that respect, looking suspicious, because it would make sense to me to move around outside. You have to look like one of them. Doesn't mean you are, though. So that's just something I'm keeping an eye out for as I go.
I need 4 rolls from you. I need stealth check with advantage.
Okay.
That's because you're invisible, just as a recap in case anyone joined late. Okay.
Wow, that's 7 with advantage.
Well, yeah, so it's 12 total.
Yeah, so 12 total.
I need you to roll investigation for me, please.
$15.
Need you to roll perception for me, please.
$22.
And I need you to roll insight for me, please. I'll give you advantage for your actor feat.
Lovely. Cool.
Based on what you're doing here, I'll add that addendum to that.
Yeah.
Is there
19,
anything here you want to use inspiration on or change or anything before I start narrating?
I guess what I'd like to do is, rather than, I'm trying to do things in a hurry, time is of the essence. I'm aware that we're in, and at some point I feel like we're going to be discovered. So rather than being meticulous and being able to recount, you know, the long time I've lived and all the things I know and saying I know a little something about that, what I want to do is, as I'm going, I'm going to look at my stealth, and I'm just going to be self-aware that I could do better. And if you'll allow me, I'd like to use it for that, but that one only because I don't have the time to stop and be slow and methodical with everything.
So inspiration on stealth is fine. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, all I was going to add a D4. That's what I was going to do.
Oh, sorry, that's what you're saying. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Bardic inspiration. Yeah, you can do that then if you want to. That's okay. No, in future it has to be done beforehand because that's the requirement of that feature. But that is, for now it's okay.
Yeah. Well, what I meant was, I know a little something. I was going to try and use my guidance on myself see if just for the one, not for the whole thing, not for all the different roles, just for the one.
Can you do guidance retroactively, or does it have to be preemptive? Either way, I'll let you do it. But I just need to know for future.
Probably because you just said roll 4 dice, so I just rolled them. But yeah,
I'd say roll guidance into chat would probably be the best.
In the moment, I'll make sure I say it beforehand.
But let's just check because 2024 rules changed everything, so that's the only reason I'm asking. Woman creature, before the spell ends, the target can add a d4. I'll say retroactively you used it now while you were doing all of these rolls. So theoretically you can add a d4 to all of them if you want, but if you want to just add it to stealth as part of the...
No, just stealth is fine.
Go for it, yeah.
That's why I phrase it like that, because I'm busy trying to do everything, move through, I'm not being slow and methodical.
Okay, so we're at...
So that would be stealth up 15, to right? A 15. So it'd be 15 for investigation, 15 for stealth, 22 perception, and 19 insight.
You're walking past this sort of old kind of building, but inside looks super clean, like marble or slate. You move towards it and you hear glass break. Just a quick psh. None of the windows or outside things are glass.
Is there anything between me and the building? Is it like I'm literally going past and it's like right beside me, or is it like across a courtyard, across an open
I'll say
space?
that you're not like leaned pressed against it, like hoping like super stealth kind of. But you are like on the footpath next to this building. Yeah.
I'll do like before. I'm not just going to charge in slow and steady. Going to stop and sort of calm my breathing because I was trying to move quickly. So take a second, lower my heart rate and my breath, move up very slow, methodical steps, and just move towards the sound and what's inside. And if I don't see anything, like another step forward and another step forward. As soon as I see something, I'm going to stop because I'm not trying to bump into anybody or walk into anything. I'm trying to ascertain what, if anything, is going on. Because for all I know, this is 200 guards in a room having breakfast and I'm about to walk in them, or it could be something else. So I'm very apprehensive because I don't know exactly where I am or what to expect.
Okay. So you peek in the doorway, and you see someone dressed similarly to Hatsu, but not similarly enough to be confused with Hatsu. Within, and on their sleeve, they have what looks to me are to be like a symbol that you've seen before a long time ago in the school. A blue face with fangs and horns, surrounded by a black sort of mark around it. You've seen this before, and you look at them, and they had just dropped something on the floor. They're clearly looking for something because they're rummaging through here, though this place looks like it's already been rummaged through 1,000 times before. They're looking for something. They're not sure what, because they're kind of like moving in a weird way, and they're kind of just rustling around and doing things. But they so far seem preoccupied and have not noticed you.
Okay, as I'm invisible, I'm going to...
Oh, sorry. For insight reasons, I would say that beyond that... Sorry, I think it's the only thing I didn't answer. Beyond that, they don't seem to be necessarily, like, uncertain of themselves or moving in a way that would indicate that, like, the slight nuances of someone who's in costume that doesn't fit them or any of that. This seems, like, purposeful, like, that they are probably not pretending. Yeah.
Yeah. So knowing that the guys are in a building that we know has a secret entrance, and we assume that there are people there, we're just trying to get into them. I assume this is what they're looking for in here. So they're rummaging through everything, and I assume they're looking for, like that, a secret passage or something, and they're looking for illusions or whatever it is. So I'm just going to stand to one side and take another minute before I leave to see what, if anything, they uncover or what they say or do. I'm just going to slowly step to one side of the door, so if they come back, I'm not in their way while they're focused, and I'm just going to stay still. I'm not going closer, I'm not moving, I'm not doing anything. I'm literally just standing, observing and listening. So I'm only a step or two away from going back out if I need to.
You continue to observe, and you hear a sound that's a little bit more unusual as it comes from closer towards you, but you just hear and that person like looks around, and then they start looking around on all the shelves again, and they start like rummaging around. A little bit of time passes, and then you hear, and as you hear that, you see that person like looking around again, unnerved, and again rummaging, and then opening shelf drawers and pulling things out. Now they're making noise. Like, they're being loud, which is unusual. This is probably the only thing that can be heard in the entire block. Like, nothing has really made noise so far, so, yeah.
To my mind, obviously there's somebody in the room doing what I'm doing, because I've heard them but not seen them, or something to that effect. So again, from the sound and the size of the room, while not particularly accurate, is there any way to triangulate generically? So left side of the room, not where on the left side, but left side of the room or right side of the room, or, you know, in relation to where the guards are searching and where the sound has come from. So I can't pinpoint it, but I have a general vicinity from the sound.
You look into the room, and I'll put this on because I didn't give you your investigation yet, so that'll go into that role. And you note a few things. This room looks very much like a room you would find at the Arcanum. Like, it has a potion brewing stand, though it might be mixed up with an alchemical stand. It has like marble-esque kind of furniture in here, if that makes sense. So like even the shelves and stuff, they look like they're very fine and very easy to clean. There are things on the wall that are torn pictures and stuff that look very old. On top of the alchemical stand, you don't see much. You see a small little, I don't know, like a jewelry box or trinket sitting up there. Further into the room, you see like a, what I would say looks like an easel for painting. Like the room itself looks mostly torn apart, so all the presses are open and now things are just on the ground, but they seem like what would be the equivalent of, it looks like, Slate would be familiar with this, I just don't remember for the life of me what they're called, but it's a metal coil that goes around that you usually put things on when they're heated that'll disperse the heat without burning the thing below it. I, for the life of me, can't think of the name of it, but I'll be kicking myself later. But they have like a couple of these and a few things here that would suggest that this is probably something where someone is brewing or doing that kind of thing, but in a more oddly magical sense than you would expect in a city.
Does it strike me, having had experience from places like Scorchwood and being in cells and whatever, that this is a place of work, but actually someone is living here at the same time, because things like the easel is at odds with the alchemical set, like someone who spends a lot of time who, you know, keeps it clean but also lives in it because they're doing work and play. It strikes me that that's what's coming out to me, that somebody might be spending a lot of time in this space. For what reason, I can't say whether they're allowed to leave or not, but that's the vibe that I'm getting to it. Like, is that the vibe that I get from further looking around the room?
There's a desk with like it's got this kind of marble-esque place to place books on for reading a large book. There's an eclectic mix of furniture here that, although broken, you can, in your mind's eye, picture what this place would have looked like. This looks like a kind of place where, whether or not they live here, they spend an inordinate amount of time here, and I'm sure many, many nights were spent here too.
The soldiers that are looking, and
There's
you said
just
they're
one in
opening-
here. Yeah.
Yeah, you said that they're looking in drawers and things, so I don't assume that someone is small enough to be in a drawer, but I assume they're looking for an item or a formula or a vial or something connected to the room, because they can see what I can see, and if they're looking for something, I'm making a connection that it's probably connected to the room. Having spent all my time, like I said already a few minutes ago, standing out to blend in, I want to look at the room and think about where I would hide something and whether I could hide it in plain sight, or where I would put something that might be of value, not knowing what it is, because I don't know what shape it is, what size it is, but I want to have a quick look.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of drawers and like I said, paintings that have been torn, so someone is looking for compartments the same as you. Drawers, presses, they all seem to be open and exposed. The only thing of any real note here seems to be a small jewelry box sitting on the alchemical station, but there is a door in the back, so there may be something beyond that point that you're not able to see because it is closed at the moment. Within this room, because of the way it's made with like marble and stone, you would also know that there could be hidden compartments or different sort of like subsections of this room that just aren't inherently visible unless you can figure out a switch or a mechanism or something like that. But you do hear another noise of that person is in the room, just like they stop moving and try and listen to where it's coming from, the same as you, the way you were trying to lock onto it, and then they move slightly over kind of closer to the door and start rummaging through another shelf for a press.
I'm gonna because I'm close to the door, just before I went in the door, I would have been aware of the street or the area before I went in. There was nothing further down the street that would have immediately piqued my interest, or was there? So right now I have this has caught my interest, but I didn't see, like, you know, flashing strobe lights, we're over here, or anything like that before I went in.
No lights in the area, as in there is no street lantern lit, there is no lantern in a building lit, there's no light. Even this room is quite dark. You are seeing it through flashes of lightning and like sort of that kind of effect. As far as I know, you don't have the ability to fully see in the dark. It's also getting darker because of the clouds, but we're not at pitch black status yet. So.
Since we've arrived in the city, we've heard no sound, more or less, whatsoever. Nobody speaking, nobody walking. We've heard
other than
nothing.
Adriana, nobody has heard anything.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna just take the next little while to observe and try and understand what's happening, because for me this has only happened, you know, it's only a minute or two that's gone by. So my thinking is I'll spend another minute or two to try and see if there's anything worthwhile here. I'm keeping one eye and one ear to the door, and my plan is I'm about to move forward, but before I do, so I'm just gonna hold to what I'm doing for the moment.
Yeah. No problem. You lean in the door a little more and you look at like kind of the back of this room. There's some figures, there's like pillars with broken statues and different things, and down in the back corner is like a bookshelf and what looks like some kind of a large water wheel. A little out of place, but you know, like this room has a kind of tiled floor to it and a pattern and stuff, and there isn't any footprints on it or anything that's out of sorts. Like this room, for all intents and purposes, is quite I don't know, it's a beautiful room. It's just like quite out of place for Saigo no Toshi. You find a lot of places made of wood and paper and like different old styles of decoration and like different types of wood weaving and manufacturing, none of which makes sense for this room. This room feels very different. Once again, you hear kind of a little noise, and it's quite kind of, I don't know, close to you, more or less.
From being able to do mimicry, because that's part of the actor feed, you can mimic sounds, and I've used it before to mimic animals. Do I get the impression that this is an animal, as in something like a familiar, a bird, something, or someone is making the noise to get, like, whoever it is doing it to get attention of whoever that is? But what I'm asking is it a creature? Do I get the feeling it's a creature as opposed to a person, or vice versa?
It sounds more like a creature than a person, because it seems very consistent in the noises that it's making. It's like cooing or whatever. Like, that's a very consistent sound. Yeah.
I'm just going to start making my way to the door. While this intrigues me and I would love to stay longer, I'm looking for somebody who I don't think could be staying quiet this long if they're in labor. So having stayed a minute or so, I haven't seen or heard immediate danger, and I'm just going to put this lower on the priority list and just very slowly slip towards the door, the 1 or 2 steps, and just start making my way out the door.
Okay. You leave the area. What would you like to kind of look for in this sense? You kind of have like ahead of you is sort of this like little park area, and it seems like there's just shops on the left and the right and stuff like that, that like don't seem like, they seem open as in like you can look inside them, but they don't seem of much interest. Like there's nothing there's nothing pulling your attention. Even this in its sense is like weird, but like you said, it doesn't suit what you were looking for.
So from where I am, I would move towards the park. It doesn't really matter what size it is. It's going to be wider than a normal traditional street. It doesn't matter what's in it, because if I go towards the center of it, my sight line should increase, but also in terms of sound in the nighttime, etc. So again, I'm just going to move towards the center, stay still, try and observe in case, you know, patrols, whatever. And again, looking and listening. And I'm going to pass it on to somebody else while I stay, wait, look, listen, to try and get a feel for if people are sneaking in the streets, or, you know, flashes of light or anything that would pique my interest to give me some kind of idea of where to go.
As we're about to move back to Eos, Hatsune, and Weslyn, Is there anything that those who are connected would like to say to each other in this moment? While we're approaching, I would say, I don't know, you've about, like, I know it's hard to say because we're doing timey-wimey stuff, but I would say, like, we're pushing that point of Amadriana having about 23 to 20 minutes left, kind of in that range of invisibility. Because hers was the initial one, so I'm going with that one as the base.
Nothing from my side. I'm still just scouting, keep an eye, and just counting in my head so that I know roughly when to go.
Okay. In that case, we join Eos, Hatsu, and Weslyn.
Ah, so I finished with the books. What's next?
How much longer do I have on the ritual, Ken?
You'd be sorry. Of course, you'd be quite, like, you would just be ready to go. Your ritual would activate, your tattoos would glow for a moment, all the way up and resonate through your eyes. Your eyes would glow, and you would look around with your new, I hear you said beer goggles, magic goggles, I guess, looking for magic. Hatsu seems 12% more attractive. You look around. None of this place seems magical. The enchantment of the door and the barricade and all of that, magical. The rest of this building is not magical. There's nothing blocking or hiding. I apologize. I'm lying to you. There is... Oh, is this magic? There would be... Okay. There is magic. I had to hesitate for a sec because the thing I was about to talk about isn't, but there is other magical things. There are sigils above the front door, above the hallway door that you're in, and above the bathroom. And all three have been triggered, if that makes sense. They would be... Oh my god, what is that? I guess abjuration, I want to say, and if I fuck that up, I'm so sorry. I think abjuration.
Like an alarm spell, you think?
Like an alarm spell. Alarm's abjuration, right?
Believe so, yeah.
Okay, and we're talking...
100%.
Yes, then we're talking abjuration. Thank you. That's what I was hesitant about. I was like... Because I don't know if it's like... Yeah,
because it's warding spells. The warding spells are almost
all
all...
abjuration.
all
Right.
Thank
you. Oh yeah, I should have actually remembered from Avalon. Apologies. Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah.
Then a quick message to Hatsu. Reestablishing our psychic connection because it would have expired by now. Sorry.
Me again.
Yeah, me again. Hey, sorry. Whoever was here before is certainly where we're here now.
You sure it wasn't the owner?
Possible. Can I determine how old these sigils are?
Can, as you hear stone shifting. Which are you more interested in?
I'm sure Hatsu hears the stones, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he would immediately track towards this.
That's just standing next to it, the bookcase. Something behind the bookcase is shifting.
Will just kind of press myself against the far wall.
A line of light just for a second goes straight down the center of the bookcase and it slides open. As it does, there's a small golden mechanism on the wall that begins to twist, and it makes this kind of metal grinding like sound as it like does. And as it does, the wall pushes in and it swings open. Standing in there is a figure. she's about 5'5". She has the most notable feature about her would be the fact that she has her robes have these kind of like, I'm going to equate it to cat ears, but it's a lot more practical than that. Like it looks like they're like up on the robe's hood. She has purple-esque hair that comes down. She's wearing a belt with all sorts of just trinkets and satchels and like all sorts of gadgets. And she's wearing one soft glove on one hand and one large, long leather glove on another hand that looks... one looks more martial-esque, but the other one looks more kind of just practical, more like what Eos would be wearing. She has like these gold ornaments around her and stuff like that too. And her eyes are not Eos pink, where like the whole eye is pink, but the pupils are kind of a pinkish color.
Would Hatsu get the impression that she would look a little bit like Remington and the cat ears would resemble pockets for potential horns?
Maybe potential horns, but she has human skin. She doesn't have like purple skin like Remington did, and she definitely doesn't have a long white beard.
So she's the daughter nobody knows about. Hatsu would remember something from the from one of the first times that he met with Remington. And he would just go, "Are you from the same kin as Stella?"
Do I need to kill you?
Depends on if you with the Toshitsugu or not.
My hesitation only comes from your lack of branding.
If you would know, you would know. And he kind of turns in his shoulder, because he made like a patch for Toshitsugu and one for Fujiwara for him and Ayama, and he turns in the Toshitsugu a little bit.
You wear two very dangerous sigils upon you, my friend.
Depends on perspective, I guess. Have you gotten noticed that we are arriving?
Just a moment. I'm so sick of the rain. And with that, it doesn't stop raining outside, but the weather sound fades from here. Oh, that's much better. Little boy, are you okay?
Very briefly, realizing that he is no longer invisible, will fold the light around himself. Failing to have done it after the spell had gone off. And then realizing that he's been already seen by this person, will return back to vision, looking a little sheepish.
Right. I'm going to need a little bit more context or information before I just start burning this place down.
Have you seen Ayame?
Who's asking?
Her brother.
Ayame doesn't have a brother. Nice try, though.
Not that kind of brother.
She doesn't have a stepbrother either.
Well, how could you know?
I know plenty.
Where's Asuka?
Again, it feels like an interrogation. She sparks up her hand, and there's a coalescent of purple sparks and energy first, and then a centralized fire that sort of, as the energy pulls itself back in, glows in like this pinkish hue. I'm going to need a little bit more information. I'm not fond of burning children. I've never had to burn a child before. I don't like the idea of magic hurting people, but if it's me or you, it's going to be you.
When she does that, Eos drops the invisibility.
Excellent. There's another one. Invisibility is so specific. It's really irritating. I need goggles for this.
Are you all by yourself, or have you joined the others?
Oh, yes.
Because we sent information that we're gonna come.
It's just me here. There's nobody else here. Don't worry about anything. Let's have a conversation. You, the child. Are you an Emberblood?
I'm Raven.
Emberaven. Okay. I thought your horns were missing, but okay. I haven't seen an Emberaven before. What,
How did you come here?
I feel like we're missing a step here. How about I start by saying... they call me Hana.
Eos.
Toshitsugu Hatsu.
That I'm interested in. Little boy?
You're the one who was supposed to meet at the boat.
Yes, I was on my way. Hana no Sasayaki. What?
Has it arrived yet?
No,
Is it due today?
no. What is your name, child?
It's complicated. I bear the calling of my season. I am known as Weslyn.
Okay. You're the Dreamwalker.
In a sense, you can call it that, yeah.
Ah, brother. You're new to me, but I'm sure we will be best friends. Could we step inside?
Do you have tea?
Yes.
Good.
Things are a little bit hectic here at the moment. I could use an extra set of 6 hands.
Eos starts walking down.
Okay.
Perfect. Let's go this way. Did anyone see you come in here?
Not that we know of.
Right. Okay. Right. Let's go there, and then we'll explain everything, and then, yeah. Okay. Through the door, please, if you will. As you go through, she just slaps a button. The bookcase starts to close, but there's not a peep, not a sound or anything. The fact that you guys can speak feels a little bit more abnormal because there's no resonance around you. There's no reverb, there's no echo, there's no anything. It feels as if you're just contained within this bubble. You walk in and she slaps another button that's on a wall, and this sort of cylindrical disc on the ground starts to spin and descend at the same time into a stairwell. As you walk through and go down, by the way, a lot more fantastical than Albie let it on to be. He just said stairs. As you go down and through, the cylindrical stairs goes back up and it forms this massive pillar beneath as another pillar down the end of the corridor moves down. You approach what appears to be a bathhouse with quite a few voices in it. The most... you look over and you see these 2 cylindrical kind of baths. There's a small one and a large one. Though they look cold and stale. There is someone up there who's leaning against a pillar like 50 feet away from you who nods to Hannah and then sees you guys and then is like a little weary, but then nods towards you because they seemingly know something. As you walk through a door, there's what looks like a large pool area, and there's several people in here. One of them is a very large man with no shirt on, quite a hairy chest, but he is like built like a brick house. His arm is the size of Eos. It's like he's a very, very big dude, but he's like 5 foot tall. And he stands there along the edge and he looks towards you and he crosses his arms, but can't quite cross them because he's fucking swole. There's a few people across the pool area that you recognize, one of them named Nora and one of them named Orla. And ahead of you, you realize that there's 2 people, Hatsu, you would recognize both immediately, one as Elder Kohen and the other as Asuka Toshitsugu.
He would move faster towards Asuka.
Yeah. She'll look towards you. Recognition, no smile, but not unusual given the circumstances. It's been a jarring bit of time, but she has, you can read beyond that to know that she is pleasantly surprised to see you, but was also expecting you. So she's not she's not the super huggy type. If it's a family thing and everything's chill and calm, she's a bit better. But right now she's in military mode. She's not here for like familiar bonds. She walks up to you. Hi.
He would bow down.
She would bow down like
he would say,
a centimeter further because she's competitive.
And he would go, Asuka, I'm sorry that I'm late.
We have much to talk about, brother. But for now, it's good that you're here. Any of you a doctor?
I learned a little bit. What do you need?
Not me. Her. Points towards the door. One Orla over there moves down and opens the door, and in there you see Lissa laying down, breathing quite heavily. You see she is very pregnant compared to how you saw her last time. And you see Ayami with her. Ayami looks different. Besides the large scar that goes across her face, she looks angry, jaded, tired, but supportive. She's with Liz and she's holding on to her, but there aren't words of encouragement flowing from her mouth. She's just there silently giving her strength. This room is filled with pillows and appears to be the nicest room here. It actually has what resembles a bed. Mostly for comfort for Lissa. It is a fucking mess in here. Just in terms of like what Lissa is going through more so than anything else.
I can help.
That would be good.
So, I assume Hatsu and Wes would step up to check for Lissa. And while they're doing, he would look towards Ayame. Do you think we can make it out with her?
Just shakes her head, no.
We only got like 20 minutes left to make this work.
She has less.
Hi. So he would start checking on her with Weslyn together.
Okay. You guys can have advantage on medicine check here. Hana is like, are we just letting a little boy look at this? Or
I have delivered many lambs. My mother was a midwife.
did he?
I would eventually be one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same.
To quietly sing an old song and give Hatsu guidance on his medicine check.
Okay. Hatsu, you have guidance on your medicine check and advantage,
So
or are you both rolling?
advantage. Yeah, I would say both.
Well, okay, so you
I
have
don't mind.
Okay, cool.
I don't
All right, so
mind.
Hatsu, you roll with advantage and add guidance, which is a d4, I think.
Okay. For a total of 23.
She is incredibly pregnant. There is likely very little option in terms of moving her right now anyway. She needs more time. This is happening whether you move her or not, but the dangers of moving her are high.
As far as I remember, Madriana took the teleportation stone from Hatsu, right?
Yeah, the Dash has the Hearthstone. Dash has that.
Would be handy.
I mean, the other side of it is that Eos can very much so open a portal from this room. Getting people into this area would be a safe space to have them so long as nobody's seen coming here. Apparently. But this is where the rebels are set up. There are cots everywhere. There are places to sleep. There are a lot of people already here that have not been caught yet. So, though that day is coming close, as you all know, this has been disclosed throughout.
Yeah.
We are in that state. None of you have that telepathic link, right? That is very fucking unfortunate. Okay.
Ayame, Asuka.
They nod.
Need you for word. And she looks over to Weslyn. Can you keep an eye on her?
I've got this.
Okay. You go out to sort of the main area, but into a kind of private corner, and talk to Ayame and Asuka.
He also weaves in to get Hana over.
Yes. I'm still not sure about this lamb child. All right. And she comes with you.
Don't worry about Weslyn. He might look young, but he's old as shit. And I would bet my life on that he would do everything he can to keep her safe.
Yes, but he is talking about lambs. And she is so very pregnant.
You and Eos are quite similar.
I think we're going to be good friends.
Well, here's the pitch. Eos is able to make a portal away from here. We did set up a little bastion at what was once the school on the Crescent Pearl. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, that is an awful place.
It's not anymore, but we were able to establish a little bastion there. Our plan is to send you guys there, as many as possible.
I would rather not go to the Arcanum again. I guess it's okay. If it's safe.
The Arcanum is not there anymore.
That's ridiculous. The Arcanum has been there for 1,000 years.
It is not there anymore. And even if you are a Maleficum, you have to accept it's not there anymore.
You keep calling me that?
Nor...
My name is Hana.
I know. But I might know your dad.
Maybe, but I don't think it's who you think it is.
We can talk about that on another time. We have to wrap it up because time is running, okay?
All right.
Asuka, I need you to kind of arrange everything on the other side of the portal. I don't think Lissa should give birth here. She should give birth on a safe place.
How many rooms does your bastion have?
We have enough to host like 12 people, but we can set camp outside as well.
How many people are we evacuating?
All that we can within a certain time frame. Amadriana is upper north in the city to create some havoc and chaos with some other wild magic we found, but it won't take them long to recognize that it's just a distraction. And Ayame and me, we have to pick up something that got stolen from us, Asuka.
Atsu, there are maybe 7,000 people left in the city who have not been eaten. How many can we get? How big is this portal?
I think it's not a question of size, it's a question of how much time. As far as I understand, it only lasts a minute. So the more people we can get in line here, the better, but we also have to be very cautious that we don't drag too much attention. I will be outside and try my best to defeat everyone that is trying to enter, but we have to be quick.
Okay. I mean, do we have the potential to get enough people out of here?
Within a minute. Technically, I would say 60.
We can't leave hundreds of people in this, thousands of people in this city.
I know, so my pitch is we bring through Lizard and the ones that need more attention, the elderlies, the young ones, as many as possible. And we're trying to find another way for the rest.
Sorry, I can't leave Mimling. I have to go find him. Can I do that? How long do we have?
What's a min?
It's difficult to explain. It'll be easy to show you. How much time do we have? To be fair,
Around
I know where he
20
would go.
minutes.
I can get there and back in 20 minutes. Sure.
It's all done in 20 minutes, so we need all the people that needs to be evacuated ASAP. Like, somebody should collect them and line them up here.
We could send people out now to go get as many people as they can, but I mean, it's rough out there at the moment. We haven't even started the evacuation for the bombing.
Try to get
minutes?
people aware that there will be a distraction and they should use that time window to move.
Oh, I know how we can do that. And she just goes and just like whistles, and it like echoes through the room, and everybody looks towards you guys, and she's like, Hatsu, just say the thing to these people. And she just kind of looks towards you.
We need to get as many of people that have to be evacuated ASAP, wounded, old, kids. We're about to create a portal to a safe space. And everybody that can't fight, we need to find a way to evacuate the rest.
Well, you heard him. Just why are you looking at us? Go. You have 15 minutes. She looks towards you.
Be prepared. There's gonna be a big distraction in the north of the city. Take that as your time frame to get people moving.
Yes, that's where they keep most of the prisoners are in the prison in north of the city.
Hi.
We'll figure it out. I need to go get Mimling. Everybody, do what you're supposed to. Now.
Before you go, Hannah,
people just start running.
Eos grabs her arm and Eos is shaking in that hand. Where's the tea?
Through that door, where Lissa is, in the far shelf.
Yeah, Eos goes get tea.
No problem. You touch her arm, and it's not fabric. Just something in the back of your head.
Okay.
It's skin, like it's just flesh. Right. I shall go get Mimling. Good luck with the lamb thing. And she just.
Asuka, do you know where mom and dad is?
Not father. He was taken with Remington back at the start of all this.
And where's mom?
Prisoner? Thrakar wanted to send a message. She is locked up in our home. I can't get into her.
Hi.
He lives there.
I thought he would keep her close because he will not be able to understand Onimaru whatsoever.
Yeah. They're searching for something in this city, Hatsu. Do you know what it is? Or what it could be?
I'm not quite sure. But I think it's something very ancient. And I know that he has Onimaru. Maybe they're looking for Kazejoba.
Maybe. But if so, wouldn't that mean that you being here is a risk?
No. Me being here is what needed to be. These words are meant to be wielded together. And he looks at Ayame. Like in your dream.
She almost looks at you like a little bit surprised at first that you actually did have, that was a real dream. Like, not just in her head, as in there was a shared connection through that dream, is what I'm trying to say. She goes back towards Lissa and she kneels down and she helps her. She's not leaving Lissa's side. There's no way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter how many people need help in the city. As much as she wants to, this takes precedent and priority. And she's not Omega level trustful over Weslyn either, and his capabilities. So she's keeping a very watchful eye on Weslyn. As the people flood into the sort of streets, trying to be as stealthy as possible, of course. Some of them more stealthy than others. A few things occur. Now, for this, I'm going to bring back basically everyone. Because you all sort of get different things. Depending on the circumstances of what happens next, I may need each of you quite quickly. First of all, Slate, from the park, you look towards the tea house and suddenly see a bunch of people just coming out into the streets, going in different directions. But most notably, what you see is a man with no shirt on, who is about 5 foot tall and very fucking swole, running towards the building that is made almost entirely of rock and just pulling rocks out and making all sorts of fucking noise. Noise is happening. There is no way to avoid it with what's going on here. People are rushing and hurrying and trying to get what they can done. The other side of this is that you see someone going to that store you were just in. To just skip it a little bit, you see the person with the cat ears on the rope. They're just running up to the store and they're kind of looking in the door, and they behind the door they just ignite their hand again. Who else? Dash and Eldrin, I'll come to you in a few moments. Madriana. You are at a point where this is now or never. So I kind of need to know, is it now or is it never?
I send a message to Slate. If I leave this any longer, it's going to be a problem. Are we good to go?
Slate, currently watching the commotion, watching people coming from that direction. I'm going to say, I don't know, but something's happening this end. If you've got to do it, do it.
I need to move from my current position, but I'll hold out as long as I can. But if I have to do it, I'm going to do it.
We're still looking for everyone we're looking for. Keep your eyes open for anyone you can help.
I'm going to go to Hatsu's home. I'm going to go around that area. That's where I'm going to set these off anyway. I'm going to see if I can see anyone around there.
No sign of Lissa or the others so far.
To confirm, you're setting them off towards the main gate then, because that's where Hatsu's home and the exit are all in one direction. So that's the direction you've chosen. Okay.
Yeah. Because that's what I said was I sent them off towards Hatsu's home area because it would be the less likely place that we would do a distraction.
Okay.
I'm trying to double bluff kind of thing.
Seems more organic that in a residential area there might be a commotion because people might be there. Something like that.
Let me know as soon as you can. I'm going to have a bit more of a look around.
In a rare moment, I'll let you guys choose who goes next, because obviously you guys are running on your own clock here. Madriana has very little time left with invisibility for this to be an effective plan for her to still obviously not be the source of this distraction, but whether or not that matters to you is up to you. But if you want her to be able to cleanly get away, if that's the plan here, that needs to be probably in the next 5 minutes so that she has enough time to evac. Very well.
Eos comes back with the tea. and she downs one cup for herself, and she gives cups of tea to Orla, Asuka, Ayame, and sits down next to Lissa.
Orla's gone because she went out to the streets,
Okay.
but Asuka...
The rest then.
would be, yeah, sure. You give to people that are there. That's probably the best.
Yeah.
Awkwardly trying to offer one to Lissa, and then you're like, just because Ayame gives you like a death glare.
Eos is clearly visibly distressed.
Yeah. Just trample it away. You... Right. Dash, at this point, there's probably going to be a slight interjection from you. I don't like being DM leading players, but Madriana doesn't know how the coin works. There's a little bit more than just point and click.
It's the 3 words written on it.
It has the sentence, yeah.
I'm just realizing now I can't remember.
For now, I'll give it to you, but generally speaking, I don't. It's Thunder of Hooves, Storm of Might, run as one, join this fight.
Thunder's Hooves.
Storm of Might, run as one,
Storm
join
of
this
Might.
fight. Yeah.
As one, join this fight.
I had to deeply dig into my notes to find that yesterday. Yeah.
Okay, then I will mentally via Vathros remind Midriana of that. Like, oh shit, this.
Yeah. Madriana, you get that message.
Sweet.
I guess if there's nothing else, then we are jumping back to Madriana to make a kind of decision there about what, whether or not you want to trigger
Okay.
this now.
I'm gonna try and buy them some more time, as in like leave them as long as very possible. But the potential of what's around here is kind of like, because she's seen them looking for him, so she's like, well, where is he then? Like, she's started to get really kind of curious about it all. So I'm gonna start moving around. And as I'm gonna be letting these off in the direction towards Hatsu's place, I'm gonna head like towards that way to see if I can see anything, hear anything that's going on.
Right. You move towards Hatsu's place, and there are people there, but there are people kind of everywhere, so it's not just a case of like Hatsu's place is more heavily guarded than anything else. But there are people across the streets, but none of them seem to be friendly, if that helps. They all seem to be varying degrees of Thrakgar forces, along with I'll just say that, like, it might be a little bit more densely populated in forces around Hatsu's place, but yeah, there's a lot of dudes.
So Magiana would assume that that's because it's Hatsu's place. Like, that'd be the reason that they'd be there.
Mm-hmm.
I know that his father was taken with the Archon because I saw him walk through the portal. We got told that the Fujiwara were basically wiped out bar Ayame, but not Hatsu's sister.
4 minutes of invisibility left.
So I'm going to get to his house if I can and start looking through some windows and stuff, see if I can start seeing anyone.
Tons of people. This is a one of probably several base of operations. So throughout the window, you can see a lot of people interacting and doing things. A lot of cots, a lot of, like, the place is fucking wrecked. Like, it's not Hatsu's home anymore. It is nothing short of a military outpost.
Okay, so it's not good people, it's just all of Thrakgar's people. Okay. I'm gonna hold there I'm going to give it literally until like I've got a minute of the invisibility left. And then I'm going to let this go, this coin, as in I'm going to set it off. But I'm going to set it off, if I can find an open window, I'm going to set it off into the room with them all.
Into Hatsu's house?
Into the, where all the people are.
Okay. You go up to one of the roofs, the sub roof, if that makes sense, because it's kind of a tiered building. You land down on the plateau, and you kind of pull one of the windows like a little bit more ajar, so you can easily get your hand in. You place your hand in, and you are going to utter the phrase, yeah?
I'm gonna give it till I know I've got about a minute left. This.
That's now. Yeah.
I'm gonna utter the phrase and then take off and literally just try to get as far the fuck away from here as possible, towards where I've got to get back.
It rains down upon the city. The once beautiful streets of Saigo no Toshi are destroyed. Ashen, scarred, scratched. I mean, the city is beyond wounded. And as such, a variety of things occur in what could be the final heartbeats of this city. Slate, you're thankful you didn't go into that store. As she gestures towards the jewelry box and goes, psst. The jewelry box's eyes pop open and look around, the small little eyes, and it moves, and the guy who's in the store runs towards it, and as he does, the mouth opens wide and envelops this person, and in several bites begins to chew and digest until nothing is left. And then the tiniest little burp. Madriana, you unleash a maelstrom of hell upon the Toshitsuga residents. At first a deer, then two, then wildcats, then cows, then sheep, then goats. Weslyn would be very at home with some of these pregnant ones. Very capable of destruction are unleashed among this building, and lots of screams and roars are unleashed, but no hesitation as they all pull out weapons and start to devour and slice these creatures. But nothing shy of chaos. Windows break as these creatures pour out onto the streets. One familiar voice echoes through it all.
What the fuck?
You watch as Ironclad appears from behind a door and starts just smashing through animals without hesitation. They pour into the streets. There's too many of them. It's overwhelming. People getting knocked out of windows, onto floors, onto different surfaces. You move out of the way as someone gets pushed out of the window by one of the animals that you had, and as you do, you pull the coin outside and it continues to rampage through the streets, running towards the gate. The gate smashes open without hesitation as animal after animal chaotically headbutts and runs into it. Dash and Eldrin, you hear the banging and the smashing, and then the door opens. Animals run down the shoreline onto the beach, causing Ducky to get flustered and run. But Ducky doesn't run away. Ducky runs to the city.
Not without me, she doesn't.
Dash takes flight, I guess. Not literal, but you run after Ducky.
I see Ducky going, I'll be trying to catch on to her, and then we're doing the whole Legolas and the Two Towers thing.
Catching up to Ducky is going to take some rolls, but we'll come back to that. You take off after Ducky. Eldrin, you see this. Chicken goes too. Why not? Vathros just looks across, looks at the door, and begins to hover towards the door rather than after Dash or after Ducky. Hatsu. Yos. Weslyn. Unbeknownst to you, specifically, but known to Dash, Eldrin, Amadriana, and Slate, the skies begin to open. The rain clouds begin to clear. And in what can only be considered the most appropriate timing, the crimson moon is on full display. Lissa lets out a guttural scream for Hatsu, Eos, and Weslyn. That baby's coming. Weslyn. Thankfully, your experience does serve you well as you're able to greet one of the children. But she is still very pregnant, and something else is about to follow. She begins to scream again. Something catches your eye. There's something off about this child. And you don't have time to deal with it. You hand it to Hatsu. And you begin to greet the second. The twin. She screams and pushes as the second child emerges. They're twins. But not physically. Unbeknownst to Dash, both children emerge. One glowing in golden light, with eyes gold and bright, skin soft to the touch, angelic, and the other, hair red like fire, skin burnt, horns jutting from its head, a tail. The names granted to these children by Lissa before she even sees them are Ash and Elissa, names chosen by both Dash and Lissa. Congratulations, Dash. You're a father of two.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks.
Ducky runs through the blood red moonlight. You couldn't even tell that they're a white horse. They're not. They're red. They keep running. Slate, you look over and see what was a very interesting eclectic person pick up the jewelry box, put it in their pocket, feel faint, hold their head, and open their blood red eyes. The clothes begin to wither away and change as purple skin emerges. Horns, as Hatsu's premonition came true. You are definitely looking at a Maleficant, and she does not look well. But thankfully, within the house, Amadriana, the last thing you hear as we close off this session is an explosion of fire. And you see an owlin, familiar, rising from the burning, smoldering ashes. And in a bubble behind him, Hatsu's mother and grandmother. Boreal rises once more above Saigo no Toshi. Chaos reigns upon this city, which is why it shouldn't surprise you that on the outskirts, above the ocean, come all the king's horses and all the king's men to make sure that Saigo no Toshi never breathes again. Have a good night, boys. We'll pick it up from here next week.
Did I get the feeling he was protecting them or imprisoning them?
Great question for next week.
Don't doubt that he was protecting them.
I mean, if he's not, he's getting his throat split. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, to be fair, Hatsu already gave that story away to Amadriana, so she knows he can be very, very protective in that state.
Oh, yeah, and hopefully that is the case, that he is protecting them. Because if it is, I'll just grab his ear and pull him along and then bring them with him.
Man, I mean, I would argue if he isn't, you shouldn't get close. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't as scared of him.
Don't
I
worry,
took him
you've
down once.
got a good 30 seconds left.
30 seconds in the hands of a rogue is very, very useful.
Eldrin, explain yourself.
I'm leaving. I didn't do shit.
Comes back for one session, gone the next.
I doubt it. You know, I doubt it.
Look,
I mean,
all I
you
did
have
was go around to your house one time, ask where
Yeah.
you were. That was it. I didn't do shit.
I mean, there was a whole section where you got missing in the sewers. God knows what you did.
Did I forget to mention, Kean, that I was planning this?
You might have slipped your mind.
Must
He
have.
thinks they're not Dash's
Just a
kids.
smidgen.
It's just been, I don't know, a busy time. I'm sorry. My bad.
Kids born under the blood moon.
You know what's most funny to me?
Yeah.
That Hatsu like told him he's gonna be dead, but Dash should have known. Wait, how do I become dead? I've
I
never
will-
touched her.
I will add one more little note because I'm very proud of it, because it wasn't picked up upon. But Eldrin, you have met these children. In a vision far away when you were a teacher, you were talking to Dash. Sorry, I should say Ash and Alyssa. You were talking to two kids. One was a tiefling, and one was a SMR.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Oh
Whoopsie.
my God.
Oh boy. And Eos wanted you
So
to
they're
marry
time
the
travelers as well.
That was in the book.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
have a
god.
headache.
He's still asking, what boy?
Oh, oh
Well,
boy.
we know what boy now.
Do we?
Not yet, because we haven't.
Not
done
my
that
boy.
check.
Nobody with the telepathic connection, or with Vathros's connection in particular, knows anything about any of this.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll be taken to a boat here very shortly. It's fine.
One of them's got to go to a
Are
certain
we talking
stone,
about
Mr. Wes.
the boat to get them out of the
Hang
city,
on.
or are we talking
Hang on,
about the
hang
witch
on.
boat?
I mean,
Hang on,
it
Wesley.
was also
no.
the coolest moment when Roper pointed out, yeah, I guess the only one with telepathic connection just left, right?
Yep.
Yep. That was.
That's why I hung around on purpose to make sure that they gained entry and could do what they had to do. But we all agreed we had a mission to
I
do.
know. It
It only
was no
stayed for so
shaming.
long.
It was not shaming. It was just fucking funny.
I walked in, there's like 3 of you in this tiny room, and I'm like, listen, you guys can figure this. I've got other things to do.
Wow.
God damn.
What a session.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoops. Guess I
So
should find something.
I
right?
have a question before we do that. What the
Maybe
fuck?
have an answer. Is that the only question?
That's the question. Yeah.
Because I want it. That's the answer.
I didn't do shit.
Sir, I didn't realize I needed more of a reason than that.
I need to look up the genetics of tieflings and ASMRs now and figure out what the fuck. Let's say, what have you been hiding from me?
A lot,
Didn't do
apparently.
shit.
They're very different things.
Oh, I
an
don't think
angel
you
and a
had
demon, isn't it,
much to do with
basically?
it, to be honest. It was some kind of divine intervention, I would guess.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly half divine, half the other thing.
No,
Oh,
because
yeah,
demons
always
are
has to be
divine.
balanced.
They're just not a
Yeah.
positive divine.
You just didn't use protection from evil or good when you were doing your thing.
Always use protection.
So I use protection, but not even.
That's a
God damn
Charizard
it.
card. Doesn't matter.
Oh my god.
Just don't ever call the tiefling a devil, because that's insulting.
Yeah.
No. Well,
They're
that'd be hard
demons.
because
They're
you
not a
know,
devil.
yeah, come here, little devil. And like, I mean, not like that.
Who knew you were a Man United fan? Who knew?
Good luck finding a babysitter. That's all I'll say.
I guess
love the
Fireball
tail
and
sticking
Rory.
out.
Are you going to bring them home to visit mom?
I'm throwing them in the sea as soon as I
Fine.
get my hands on them.
Mama,
Yeah,
fuck you
yeah.
are.
That's right. Boats,
Just-
witches.
This is gonna be some Moses shit. Like
What
put him in a
the
basket
heck?
and fuck him off into the sea.
I like the idea that like Amadriana's like, I wonder if these are,
maternal instincts.
yeah. I like the idea that Amadriana's like, are these Dash's kid? And one of them goes to swing at her and misses, and she's like, they're Dash's kid. Yeah.
And then
That's
they
all the
try to
genetic
eat
testing I
cornflakes
need.
with a spoon, and they just break the spoon.
Yeah.
Mm.
And one of them's in a suit.
I mean, I fucking love, like, I wrote it in chat, but I want to put a finger on it. Like, the times
Jay.
that the times that Weslyn tells, like, everyone witches, you witch, it's magic. And then he's doing fucking blood magic out in the open. Oh, yo, that's ancient.
Yeah.
Take the blood.
Yep.
Good point by Jay there that Boreal can babysit. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, we totally trust Boreal. Yeah.
Born under a bad sign.
We're
We're
about the blood
going.
magic.
I see a bad moon rising.
Blood magic's
Fact.
natural. It comes from the body, right?
Sure.
It's
Yeah.
really natural.
Yeah. Sure.
I didn't do
Sure.
shit.
Cool.
I get the slight feeling that we're going to have to continue in Saigo Toshi next week. I don't think we're quite done here yet.
You reckon?
Yeah, just a little bit still to go.
Just a smidge.
There's a very, very small possibility Amadriana's just like, fuck this, I'm out. Just
That has come
straight
up
out
several
and gone.
times, but that line is getting there.
Yeah.
Like it's ever increasing. Like, oh, this is just too much.
2 blood moons in not so long a period of time.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's good though.
That can only be good things, right?
The Lunar Kid must be fucking like suffering because of this as well, though.
They have an artificial moon in their own way.
They do, but they're still
Yeah.
affected by the normal moon.
Yeah.
That's what we found
Yeah.
out.
Strange for them.
And the fact that it's happening irregularly to them, like they're not prepared for it to happen. Now that's
almost
assuming
like
that
some
this is a blood
entities
moon.
gain more power, right? Almost.
It
Premonition.
depends whether this blood moon is just over us or over the whole continent, over the whole world and stuff.
That's true. That's a good point.
Like this could be a forced blood moon upon us as such.
Could just be some Sahara sand in the air and it's making it red. Yeah.
Should put
Yeah,
the
it was
moon on the
picked
boat.
up by the bones of a camel that is dead and long
Oh,
gone.
rip Jurgen. You were tasty. Good stew.
DM, genuine question. Which is the boy and which is the girl?
It's a good question. I'll let you decide. You can have 2 girls, you can have 2 boys, you can have a boy and a girl.
From the description, it sounded like the tiefling was the boy.
You got to make sure one of them is a boy. Okay.
So 2 girls.
No.
You and I'll catch up and we'll actually talk about it with
yeah,
narrative
we'll-
implications on the line.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
just
kind
want
of
to say, from the parents, that was shit names choice.
I
Ash and
will-
Alyssa.
I will let you know that Kian decided those names
He's
very
a
long
Bruce
time
Campbell
ago.
fan.
Yeah, they're
Ash vs. Evil
shit.
Dead. Evil
It's
Dead
actually
2.
it's Elissa, so it's like for Dash's mom and Lissa.
Oh, so like the
That's like-
clothing brand.
Like you're sending
Alyssa.
Lissa an
kinda
email.
like, yeah. Yes. Elissa. Yeah.
E-Lissa
From the Big D.
Yeah.
from the Big D. Hell yeah. All right, we're gonna raid Captain Rubber because they're live and they're great. And I really enjoy their stream. So they are playing, I think, Tyranny of Dragons.
Peace.
Very good.
We're out.
We are out, homies, or whatever. We'll be back next week. I'll never do that again. Are we on Friday? Biz, do we have a stream this Friday? I can't remember.
Hell
More.
yeah, extra play.
Extra play with
More from the boy.
more. What boy?
Don't forget as well, next Wednesday would be my last with you.
I know.
To the
I'm
new year.
very aware of that. We'll see how next week ends to figure out what I need to do with you. But you and I are gonna have a conversation because there's some
Like I
There's
said,
babysitter
peace out.
there's some
Peace
stuff
out,
that
Don.
that I have planned for Adriana that I will borrow you for. Hell yeah. All right, we are done for now. We will join Busy on Friday for a extra play stream. We'll be playing God of War, I think, and we will be back then next Wednesday, where we will pick up from pretty much exactly where we left off. And by then, maybe Kian's hair will be back that he's just been ripping out of his head. Should be good.
Doubtful.
Send our love on our emotes to Captain Rubber. They are fantastic. Like Ryan, they wear eclectic headgear, and I'm very fond of it. I love their little sailor cap. Ryan has his wizard cap. This is the sailor. We're building a full party here. It's pretty good.
And we need them to be the ocean orc.
The Ocean Orc, yeah. Wait till you guys start getting ships and shit, because I've been watching the shit out of One Piece, so I'm ready for that. Hell yeah.
I'm not available those months. I'm not available.
Yeah.
Just the One Piece
Pirate
soundtrack.
Arc
Dun,
incoming.
dun, 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 dun. All right.
The really
that's-
messed up thing about that is, for my campaign, one of the main plot points is out at sea.
Of course it is.
I don't want to play in it. I don't mind DMing it, though.
Hell yeah, brothers. All right, let's go. Let's rate them. Send them our love. We love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. We love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the subs and the bits and everything on the hype train. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Boy, boy.